cash.
Your chance to win $1,000. The keyword is player. Text the word player, Player, to 45911, or enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley. So be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules at 975thefanatic.com. It's worth mentioning, yesterday at 10 o'clock, at this very time, we had a winner from a listener on 97.5 The Fanatic. Fanatic Parlay Cash stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 3, and 5 p.m. One more time. The word is player. Player. Go ahead.
Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
And it is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. No Sean Brace. Ray Dunn is here. But you know what? I'm not saying good morning to anybody. I'm going to say, Ray, play the gosh darn song. Play it. Strong Jeff, bro. Good morning, Ray Dunn.
Good morning, Johnny. We've never been so back.
I'm in.
Oh, I'm so in.
Ray was there last night, and we say good morning to this familiar voice. Good morning.
Morning.
What's up,
what a
Jason
time.
Martinez, everybody.
Like, seriously, what a time. You could knock out the Penguins and the Celtics in 1 week. Like, who wrote this? Stephen King couldn't come up with
It's
stuff
not my
like this.
handwriting, that's for sure.
No.
Unbelievable. You're not kidding.
Nuts.
How many weeks ago was it neither team's making the playoffs? It's, I guess the Flyers emerged before the Sixers did, but there was a point with the Sixers where we thought they were going to make the actual playoffs, and Embiid gets injured, and then they're playing. But then it's like you knew they were going to be a play-in because it was locked in. But other than that, it's like, can they win the playing game or whatever? Now we're on the verge of a Game 7.
Oh, there is nothing better in sport than a Game 7. You know why? Because anything can happen in a Game 7. It's so much tension and buildup. Like, I love scar tissue of the first 6 games and 1 game to take it and move on.
Yep.
Like, that's and again, like, to bounce the Penguins and the Celtics in 1 week
That'd be something.
is epic.
Yeah,
That's freaking epic.
So yesterday, and overall, I think it's fair to say the show itself has been kind of negative on the 76ers. We were more worried that a win would keep Daryl Morey and Joel Embiid and everything else. They wouldn't make any changes. And honestly, right now, I don't even care about that because I can't tell you how impressed I've been with the Sixers, even getting to a Game 7. But it's not just about getting to a Game 7 right now. They have the look of a team that has confidence that they can go up to Boston and they can win. And the Celtics have the look of a team that knows the Sixers can go up to Boston in Game 7 and win.
Look like they got a chicken bone in their throat. They can't clear it.
Man,
You know what I mean?
they look spooked.
Yeah.
And because, like, whoever's – I mean, you have to give Nick Nurse a lot of credit, but
Absolutely.
the plan and how they've defended the Celtics the last 2 games and Paul George's defense on Jaylen Brown – and it's not something that's been done before and been effective against the Celtics. If they can't shoot the 3, they typically don't win, and they have not been able to shoot the 3. And Joel Embiid did not shoot well last night. He was fantastic.
In Game 5.
Last night, what was he, 6 for 18?
Yeah.
I mean, he also had a triple-double, but he was fantastic even though he didn't shoot the ball. He didn't overdo it. He didn't force it. Early on, we had actually talked about it yesterday on the show. It's like, Embiid, we know you're the star. We know you're the MVP. We know that you want to make it happen. We need to see Tyrese Maxey go off early. And Embiid let the game come to him. And, man, defense and Embiid was great last night. Maxey was great last night. Edgecombe was great last night. Paul George, Ray, it's crazy. All season long, all the positive Sixers fans, like the idea was, with Paul George, with Maxey, with Edgecombe, with Joel Embiid, they have a real roster if they can put it all together where
They can stay together.
They can beat anybody in the East.
Yeah, well, Paul George goes 5 for 9 from 3 last night. That was huge.
And that's how you win.
That's how you win. He was their best 3-point shooter last night. Edgecombe, you're right, off the rush, if you will. Like, they have Boston scratching their head. And Boston, all of a sudden, who had the 3-1 lead, is going, oh, no. If we got to deal with all four of these guys, and when Embiid is willing to defer to not be the high scorer with a guy like Maxey, you got a problem.
No, you're right.
That's a big thing. That's a mental thing for him.
And also, Maxey's been good. Ray, it doesn't feel like Maxey's had his best game yet.
He hasn't had the bust out.
Right?
That entire team last night got so many great looks, and in terms of actually knocking down those great looks, I would say it was mediocre at best. Like, just above average in terms of the shots they generated versus the shots they made. The quality of shot last night for the 76ers was fantastic. They didn't knock down as many as they probably could have that were open. Maxey, an example of that. Embiid, an example of that. He talked after the game about getting in rhythm. Like, yeah, last night, they missed a lot of really good looks and still won that game handily.
Handily.
Yeah. How good were they from the line last night, too? That's
excellent.
huge.
And you know what? Embiid also wasn't. Yeah. You know the games in Embiid's 15 for 16 from the line because he's taking so many shots and he's flying on the ground and flopping all over the place trying to draw fouls. He wasn't doing that last night.
That's what we talked about yesterday in terms of him diagnosing what the defense was in front of him. I mean, he did such a good job
what
last
they
night.
give you, right?
Exactly that.
There's so many times that he did the exact opposite of that. He'd play right into the teeth of the defense, but you've got other options. You've got a guy in Maxey. You've got a guy now, like he and Paul George have played, a collective 25 games together? Like, that's crazy. But here we are, Game 7, man.
Paul George was great last night. His defense on Jaylen Brown, I think, has been the difference in these last two games.
I can give Nick Nurse credit for that.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so Jaylen Brown likes to penetrate, and he likes to do the push-off. He likes to penetrate, then he kicks it out.
Yep.
But he can't get penetration, so there's no kick out.
He moves in and gets a little elbow in there for a little separation.
He does, but what he's counting on is that he penetrates, someone comes over to try to help, and that's when he kicks it out. He's not getting by Paul George.
No.
He's not. So
George looks fresh.
He does. But listen, Ray, we laughed at him when he said that maybe the drug suspension wasn't the best thing to happen. Yeah, he's fresh.
It's the ultimate load management, Johnny Marks. You feel a little good for a while because you're taking something, and then you get suspended for it. It doesn't wear down the body.
So are you saying all the Sixers should do drugs at different times next year and get suspended?
My buddy next to me last night, who I have the season tickets with, was like, sign me up for a 25-game absence next year. Yeah. This is the way he's going to look at the playoffs. Give me another one next year.
We're not going to call it load management anymore. We're going 25-game sus.
Every fan should talk themselves into their team winning a Game 7. By the time that the game's happening, you should talk yourself into it. But that's not the feel I have. My feel is
they've earned it.
They're going up there, and they have a legit chance to win. They have the Celtics on the ropes.
Yeah.
And the Celtics last night looked like they were on the ropes, and they looked like they were feeling the pressure. And the Sixers were playing like the confident team that, honestly, that was like, there's blood in the water.
Yeah.
We can beat these guys.
And then you do last night, and now you're going to a Game 7. You know how much pressure's on Boston in Game 7?
All on them.
It's all. The Sixers are going up there house money. But look, they have pressure, too, because you want to advance. But that being said, they're going up there feeling great where they are right now. Boston is going,
what are we going to do?
What are we doing?
What's the answer?
Yeah, so, what if Maxey does have absolute – what if Embiid comes out and is capable of putting up the 40-point Embiid? We can't stop him. What are we going to do then?
Yeah, they have more options than Embiid, and they have more options than Maxey. So it wasn't a great
– Coleman George. I mean, it's crazy.
Wasn't a great first quarter. Neither team shot the ball particularly well, but they scored 38 points in the second quarter.
That's insane.
But then it's like, all right, well, what's going to happen in the third quarter? They come out. Boston scores 14 points in the third quarter. It's all about the defense. It really is. Their perimeter defense, they're not getting good looks. They're not getting open shots. I mean, the final score, 106-93. Missoula pulled the starters with like 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That game was over. So the final score, I can't tell you how I couldn't be more impressed
like
with
a
this team.
20-point win.
It was.
It's not just a 13-point win. It's a 20-point win. You pulled guys out.
Tatum the legs look really heavy. Tatum doesn't look like the same player. Looks like a player that missed most of the season, coming back from a major injury, and he did. Jaylen Brown has been rendered ineffective with Paul George guarding him. Derek White has been horrendous in this series. Man, he can't shoot worth a lick. And then, actually, last night, I guess he did okay from three. But, like, they're not getting the open looks that we saw. The game where they hit all the three-pointers, they got open looks. The adjustment that was made after that, give Nick Nurse a lot of credit.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Give him a lot of credit. Whatever adjustment was made is working because the players are executing. They've come out with an energy, and now they have the look of, you know what? Why can't we beat this team? They're not more talented than us. Paul George, Embiid, Maxey, Edgecombe. Grimes didn't have the same game he had in Game 5, but he had a lot of minutes, and he's effective out there, and he brings some attitude to the game as well. All right, 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975.
How
Phone
about
lines,
that?
Davis Honda text line with the voice memo. So leave your voice memos as well. Jason is obviously here, so we have the Flyers conversation. We know when they're going to start the series against Carolina.
Tomorrow night at 8.
Jeez, man. Both teams are going to be playing tomorrow night.
I know, which sucks, in all fairness, because I don't want to splinter. But you got a Game 7 of the first round Celtics, Game 1 of the second round.
Unbelievable. That's coming up. We'll take your reaction to last night.
Are you kidding me?
People got to wake up here. Let's go.
All right, your reaction coming up next, Middays with Marks. Listen, if your garage floor is cracked, stained, or peeling, it's time for that upgrade. Comer and Cross, they will transfer your entire garage floor in just one day. I put a video out on Instagram, on my Instagram stories, at John, J-O-N, Marks, M-A-R-K-S Media, at John Marks Media, of what it looks like, of what a Comer and Cross garage floor looks like.
Not good, huh?
Man, it's the gold standard. Guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift ever, and they handle everything for you. They will take your items out of your garage. They repair all the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor. 50% off installation as well. Fast, clean, and built to last. The perfect finish when you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or better yet, ComerCross.com. C-O-M-E-R Cross.com. Check it out. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR.
Embiid on the back now. Tatum comes to double on the back, and Oubre gets a jam. What a dish by Embiid. A behind-the-back bounce pass. Kelly Oubre from the right baseline gathered it and then dunked it. Brown down the lane. Brown rejected by the Sixers. Here comes the run out. George behind his back to BJ, and he slams it. Timeout Boston. What a game. Sixers 69. Boston 54. Are you kidding me? BJ Edgecombe slams it in.
Are you kidding me?
We got Are You Kidding Me? That makes me happy. I love it.
For Pete's sakes.
Even in the third period or third quarter, I wasn't feeling, all right, here comes Boston. There was
thought a run was coming, right?
I didn't think there was a run
You
coming.
didn't see it in the eye.
No, I mean, I heard some of the play-by-play from Boston, and they kept trying to will all right, well, there's a 3. Now they got it to within 14, and the Sixers answered every time.
Like a 15-2 run, it never came.
It never came. It
Yeah.
didn't. And it didn't feel, I don't know about you, Ray. You were down at the game. It didn't feel like it was coming.
We watched that game very differently, Johnny.
Really?
I watched that game with every bit of Sixers PTSD I've ever had. They were up big, and I was like, no,
You're
no,
thinking
no.
triple doink.
I was thinking about this guy, honestly.
So here we go again.
As they got up big in the third quarter, I was like, no, don't give me a Doc game.
Get excited.
Don't give me a Doc game. My buddy who I was at the game with, we went in there with 2 different mindsets. He's like, there's no shot they're losing this game. And I was like, we've been doing this season ticket plan for how long? Like, we've been to how many games?
Yeah, do you have amnesia?
Yeah, he's like, there's no way they're losing this game. And sure enough, we had the most obnoxious Celtics fan behind us. It was incredible. Like, the arena sounded like it did, honestly, going back to that Raptors series, like early those games when, like, people were in love
Game
with the
7
team.
rap? Oh,
No, I'm talking before. Like, I was
Okay.
there game 3 against the Raptors, ironically with the same guy. And, like, we remember that arena shaking when Embiid did the windmill dunk. They crushed the Raptors in that series. We were feeling like that game again with the way the arena was buzzing last night. It was amazing.
So what was the second quarter like when they're just filling it up?
Oh, the place just kept erupting. And,
It was like one after another.
one after another. And that sequence that I just played, the 2 behind-the-back passes,
Yeah.
the dunks.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they were going to have to build the new arena within the next week because they were going to be out without one because I thought the place was going to
The
explode.
structure was going to implode.
Right.
And then what about when they're D'ing up in the third quarter?
People are standing up. Like, you got the CYO coaches that are up there giving the defense stance.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, willing them on. I got a guy 4 rows in front of me giving it to the Celtics fan behind me. They're yelling at each other. I'm like, I'm going to be
What
in
an
the fight.
atmosphere.
All right, so Sixers, this is third quarter. Sixers up by Derek White makes a 3 to pull it to 12. It's like, all right. They go down, Sixers answer Kelly Oubre, they go up 14. So it's like, all right, they're up 14. Celtics come down, they miss a 3. Defensive rebound. Paul George nails a 3. Now they're up 17.
Yeah.
So they got it to within 12, and then
Back to 17.
they got a hit, they got a stop, they got a 3.
Yep.
And that was really the story of the game. Celtics get it to within 15. They get to within 13. It's like, all right, they're starting to make a run here. And then
2 steps forward, 5 steps back.
and then the Sixers are back up 17.
Yeah.
So every answer that the Celtics tried to get that going, the Sixers had a response for it. And their defense is really the story.
But like that Paul, like the Paul George 3, the D of Paul George, and then like a 3 like that at that spot.
Big spots.
I mean, that's a huge spot to be able to hit a 3 in there. When they go down, they miss a 3, and it's a 6-point swing.
Yep.
Huge.
Ray, it feels like everybody's going to be back next year, right? Like winning 3 games. I mean, honestly, this is exactly what all the positive Sean Bernards and all the positive 76ers fans that have told me this all year, that idea is what we saw the last 2 games.
He's finally seen it come to fruition.
Yeah, that's what they imagine. And also, it's amazing what it looks like when your 3 max players are out there playing off of one another.
It is amazing.
Like,
That's why you signed last night's the reason why you signed Paul George.
correct. And even going into that game, I saw it. I think it was NBC Sports Philadelphia. I got the notification on my phone. It was a story about Paul George going into the game, talking about how he was doing everything they need him to do. And I was like, man, this is a really Tobias-coded story here. Because you remember, every year we got the Tobias. He's guarding the best player.
Yeah.
You know, he's the third
3D.
option. Man, last night was the reason why you can't compare those 2 guys. Tobias might be in Cancun by the end of the night. And Paul George, man, it looked like it was 2016 and we were in Indianapolis last night.
Wow. At Conseco Fieldhouse.
Joel Embiid only had 19 points. I mean, think about this. Embiid had 19 points, and they were up 20 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
6 of 18 from the floor. He had 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover. You know how you have 1 turnover and you're in Joel Embiid? You don't force it to him, and he doesn't force it.
He
And
gets the ball
did last
out of his
night.
hands in due time, like at the right time, instead of holding on to it too long where he gets smothered.
What a game.
It was unselfish.
What a great game. What a great atmosphere. And if you fans are always going to want their team to win and are always going to talk themselves or think their team's going to win. This is more than that.
No, there'll be NBA neutrals that will say the Sixers have the look of a team to upset the Boston Celtics.
They sure do.
The neutrals will say that. The honk neutrals will go that far, I think.
Right.
Because you look at this, they do. You're right. They look like kind of confused.
They looked spooked last night.
Yeah,
they did. And Ray, just remember who was in first.
I'm in.
Me. Now I've moved far off of that
Correct.
since then, but I was in first.
you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Doesn't matter that you left and came back.
No,
You're
that's
still
right.
in first.
So keep this in mind. If you're around long enough, your initial take can be true, even if it becomes wrong in between them. Like Sean Brace.
Yeah.
Right.
Sean Brace back in January or whenever it was, after they beat the Rockets, he had said that do you have it, Ray? He had said something, and then everybody made fun of him after saying that because it seemed like
But now
the
it's
Sixers-
true.
Now it's true again.
Yeah.
No, it really is. Now it's true again.
That's called full cycle. That's the
It
cycle
is.
of life.
Here's Sean Brace.
Your team, your town, your Philadelphia 76ers are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that, man.
That's followed him for like 6 weeks like a scarlet letter.
Oh, we made fun of him.
There is nobody that's been more on the roller coaster than Sean.
Always.
He's had heel turns. He's turned
kidding
face
me?
again.
Yeah. Sean for a long time.
So real fast, and I'm gonna get ahead of myself. We're gonna get ahead of ourselves. We'll go to the phones in a second. We'll get your voice memos and your text messages. But let's say they win Game 7, and they still gotta go up there and win, obviously. All right. Okay. So Jason says when.
When?
Their matchup would be against the Knicks. The Knicks had a historic win last night. They were up by like 80 points. They were on pace to score 200 points at one point in the game.
Nobody told the Hawks that the game was last night.
Well, they could play defense.
What a beatdown that was. But, I mean, honestly, if the Sixers are able to win this, who's better than the Sixers in the East? Knicks? Maybe? No, I mean, the Knicks are the...
But if you're matching up with George, Embiid, and Maxey and Edgecombe, it's different. We haven't seen this team.
I'd be curious. If they win this game, I'll be curious to see what the odds are for the East.
Yeah.
Because the Pistons are still down a game. They could still win the series. Or you're not dealing with the 83 Sixers here with the Magic. But still, do the Pistons look like outside of Kate Cunningham and Tobias? They don't have anybody else that could score.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they can win this Game 7, the Eagles. The year they won the first Super Bowl, they snuck up on everybody, and then Carson Wentz gets injured, and it's like, oh well, they're not going to win a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. Yeah. That was the only way the Eagles were going to win their first Super Bowl was in a situation like that.
Yeah, you needed that perfectly to lay out. Even though a lot of people wanted them to get Jacksonville in the Super Bowl, they ended up with New England and still won.
So is this the year where everybody? It's like, oh, the
kind
Sixers
of parks
suck.
out of the way.
You're trading Embiid. Everybody's getting fired, and now all of a sudden they're making this run that nobody expected.
The irony in it would be so
incredible.
Thick. It'd be unbelievable. And we're getting ahead of ourselves, of course. But I'm worried about tomorrow. I'm not worried about it. But that's what's on my mind. Tomorrow night's game, what's in front of you is a chance to sink the Celtics, send them into the offseason, and you move on to the next round and the Knicks. And that's fun, too.
And I listened to Boston radio this morning, and they very much were oh, my God.
I can't believe going on to Game 7.
I wasn't expecting this, and it wasn't they got this in Game 7. It was, uh-oh. Mm-hmm. It was an uh-oh.
Because when you get to game, like the Flyers were up 3-0. And if they would have went to Game 7, I'm going, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Because Game 7, literally anything can happen. You never know how pressure is going to affect, especially if it affects a team early and they get off to a slow start in a game.
All right, let's go to Marty in Havertown. Marty's got Flyers and Sixers comments. Marty, what's up? Good morning.
Hey, John. Hey, guys. So I'm trying to organize my thoughts because I've got so many thoughts about all the Philadelphia teams right now. It's unbelievable. But I'll say this, and this just came to my mind. In the postgame last night, they were talking to Paul George, and he said this time of year they just don't have time to practice, really. And so it's interesting how bad they looked last Saturday when Embiid came back for the first game and how much better they looked up in Boston when he got down to the block. And then, last night it was kind of continuation of it. And like you said, I mean, he's letting the game come to him. He's not forcing shots. He threw up a couple more threes last night, I think, than he did in Boston. But regardless, it looks like they're all playing well together. But what I was initially calling about was I was at the game on Wednesday night, the Flyers game, and awesome win. It's, thanks to Vladar. And I thought Mishkov looked really good. He was, yeah. And here's the interesting thing. So throughout the game, though, I heard John say this in the morning too. They looked like a team that was afraid to lose, and they looked tight the entire game. I thought they were going to get relaxed at different points in the game. Mishkov had a nice shot on goal in the late second period.
Yeah, the breakaway.
But they never really seemed to relax. Yeah, but I was excited about his energy. They need their skill players to come through, and at this point, your real skill players are Mishkov and Martone. But anyhow,
there's more than that. There's more skill.
Well, yeah,
He's a skill player. Tippett's obviously really a skill player. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm not
Zegras
saying
is
that
good.
there aren't other ones.
Yeah, you need your best offensive players to be
Mark.
your best offensive players. That's the key. And Mishko played with a lot more pace in that game. Yeah, I thought he was good. At points, I don't know if I thought they were like kind of like he said. Your feeling was that they were kind of tight. And Marty's going. To me, it felt like that they were playing not to like they had a lead and they were trying to just get
they
the
look
game
like
over
that
with.
sometimes.
But they didn't score.
Yeah, they look like that sometimes because of the way they defend, because they're perfectly fine with letting the other team just sit on the outside.
Right.
And until the third period, Pittsburgh did not get to the inside. They owned the puck in the second period, but they never got inside.
Right.
There was never any good scoring chances. So, and when they did get good scoring chances, obviously in the third and overtime, the big fellow was back there to erase
23 shots in overtime and the third period for the Penguins.
Yeah.
And Vladar just had
He was a monster.
Unbelievable.
He was unbelievable and never apologized for good goaltending. It's part of the team.
Yep. All right, so the voice memos on the Davis Honda text line, it's very easy. Instead of texting, you hit that little plus button.
It's easy.
Next to the text, and then as soon as you hit that, the box pops up that says audio, and then you hit the audio button, and then you just leave us the message, and then you hit send. We'll edit it a little bit if you need to edit
Trim it up.
And then we put it on there, boom, just like that. Paul George, after the game, and by the way, that's just the regular number, 610-632-0975. Paul George, after the game, talking about the Sixers play. Here it is.
Yeah, I just thought we played free. You know what I mean? It's really no pressure. We got to come out. We lose, we go home. So I thought we played with no pressure. We stuck to our identity. We're going to play hard. And, yeah, I thought we defended three-point line. We keep them from getting extra possessions. And, you know, we got big fella. Big fella is there's nothing you can do with big fella.
So, like,
He sounds relaxed.
the Sixers last
Doesn't
night.
he?
The Sixers last night played like there wasn't expectations and there wasn't pressure. The Flyers early in the series against the Penguins were playing like there wasn't expectation or there wasn't pressure. They were playing a certain way. The Sixers were playing a certain way
Free
last
of
night.
mind,
They
yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Now, does that change because it's Game 7?
A little bit, but not to the same degree it changes for the Celtics. That's the problem. For the Celtics is there's so much pressure on them. They're about to choke out a first-round series that they were up 3-1.
Yep. Well, they're the odds-on favorite to win the conference.
I mean, it's not even close, right? And so there's already pressure on them to win this series. And when the Sixers now force a Game 7 the way they did, that's the other part. It's the way they did it. Like, the Sixers won Game 2, and you go, oh, maybe they can hang around a little, make this a little bit of a series, right? But I don't know that we were expecting this.
Right.
And for it to look like this. And again, the thing we don't know is we don't know what this team is when you have its full allotment of players playing the right way. Like Paul George said, we played the right way. We played to our identity. I didn't know what their identity was.
Right.
Because I never saw it.
They never had one.
Yeah.
Right? The last two games is what the Sixers are?
I mean,
They got to be.
Game 5, it was one of those like, wow, this is great to see. This is really nice. When you replicate it again, and Joe Mazzulla, for all he is as a head coach, is one of the best in the NBA, and it doesn't seem like they have any answers. I mean, this is what the Sixers can be.
12 of 41 from 3 last night.
And only 41. I know it's wild to say only 41, but they want to get 50 up. And you saw a number of times, there they are at the three-point arc, and someone's coming out, and instead of just sidestepping, firing away a three, they're going into the paint. And when they start to get in the paint and navigate, it's like, wait. What are we going to do here? It's almost like they've never seen a two-point shot.
Yeah, they don't want to take it.
They're like, well, we've been conditioned to just take threes and dish.
It's not like the Sixers shot that much better from 3 last night.
No.
They had a lot of misses. I think they were only 33%, 11 to 33.
They got good looks. And they didn't make them.
And they didn't make them. See,
They crushed them.
That's the crazy thing is the Sixers didn't. I don't think the Sixers played their best game offensively. No, it wasn't. It's just their defense was like that was a defensive game. It was,
And that's what that's what put the look in Boston's eye of
that's how they can win.
Yeah, that's the oh, this team can defend like that. Wasn't expecting that. That's kind of the thing where they're scratching their head.
Paul George's defense on top of the threes, but the defense that he had against Jaylen Brown again, because Tatum looks like the legs are heavy. Tatum looks like a guy that's coming back from a major injury because he is.
Yeah.
But then Jaylen Brown's not great last night. I don't think
That scares them.
It does. It does. Peyton Pritchard did not have a good night. He was 1 from 8 from 3. If these guys aren't going to be able to shoot the 3, they're not going to win. They will. If they shoot 30% from 3, the Sixers would have to be so friggin' atrocious. That's how the Sixers win.
Yeah.
Keep defending like they've been defending.
Yeah. I mean, the only guy that shot decent was Derek White from 3. We went 3 for 6.
Yeah, and
It's been terrible this series.
And it's not that where they were just missing open threes. They haven't been getting open looks.
And it's certainly not to the way they did in Game 4.
No.
And to what they're doing offensively for the Sixers that's working, they don't have any answer for Embiid. And because they don't have any answer from Embiid, the guys are sagging off the three-point arc. And when they kick it back out to Maxey or Edgecombe, they've got the speed advantage. Now, granted, Paul George, like I said, 2016 Indianapolis, he doesn't have that first step of 2016 Indianapolis. But when he's hitting the fadeaway jumpers and he's taking mid-range shots that every single data guy would probably lose their mind the fact he's taking them, it's hard to stop that. So you got 2 guards that can explode passion, and even Oubre. I got to give Oubre credit because I was on Oubre over the last couple of days. The wing defense that he's given you, and the fact that he's kind of a loose cannon out there, but sometimes it works for you. And it worked for you last night.
He had a good game.
Yeah. Rebounded the basketball. They can rebound.
And that's the other thing, though. It's not just what you're doing at the offense; it's what you're doing at the defensive end. That's where you can take their heart.
Yep,
they're used to just having their way that offensively.
That's how they will. That's how they will win the series with the defense.
That's the key.
Edgecombe no turnovers last night. As a team, they had 10 turnovers.
Wow.
So that's how you can. Because if you look at
Control the game.
If you look at the Sixers, they didn't shoot well. It's not like they had a great shooting, like 3-pointing or 2-point field. They're not turning the ball over. They're not making the mistakes, which gives the Celtics an odd man rush to use a hockey term. But yeah, that's how you get that's how you get the fast break points.
Yeah,
and you're not giving them extra possessions.
Right.
You out-rebound them last night. I think they had 8 offensive boards to your 8 offensive boards. You're not giving them extra possessions because that's where they're going to get up those extra 10 threes. They're going to get a long rebound. They're going to kick it out. They're going to beat your defense to the spot. The fact they're rebounding the basketball the way they have over the last 2 games. Maxey after Game 5 saying they were tired of giving up rebounds. It's I was tired of watching it. Last night I actually watched you rebound the basketball. It's amazing what happens when you limit a team to 1 shot.
Yep. Yeah, they really responded. That was an embarrassing effort. And Maxey talked about it afterwards. He said that's just unacceptable. And you've seen the last 2 games. They've come out with an energy and a purpose and a look that you haven't seen.
What do you think that locker room was like, Boston's locker room, after they gave up 38 in the second quarter?
I think you could hear a pin drop.
Holy.
Yeah.
And then the coach came in and peeled the paint off the walls.
I mean, they weren't. How much were they down when they yanked the starters? Tatum was out because he had hurt his calf, I think.
I think it was like 23.
Yeah.
It was 20-something. They were it's over.
Which, 10 minutes to go in a game, especially a 3-point shooting team.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Mazzulla was like, no, this is done. Because I think he had said after the game that the second unit earned the minutes that the first unit wasn't playing with energy or anything like that.
Yeah, because they didn't come back.
Let's hear Joel Embiid after the game. Joel Embiid, I actually have some – I was reading something this morning on ESPN.com. If you think about the success the Celtics have had over the Joel Embiid 76ers, man, they've killed them. Here's Joel Embiid after the game talking about losing to Boston.
44 years in this historic rivalry since the Sixers last eliminated the Celtics in a playoff series. How do you view this opportunity on Saturday to try to do that?
I've been playing these guys for so long. I'm tired of losing to them. So we have a chance to accomplish, something special. They're a great team. And you look at everything they have. That's a super team. So we just got to go in there with the mindset we've had for the last, 2 games. Last 2 wins, and, one play at a time. Tough environment, but we've been there. We won 2 games over there. So just keep doing what we've been doing, and we're coming from.
Last time the Sixers eliminated the Celtics in the postseason was what year?
2001.
1982.
You read the same thing I did?
Is it 1982?
I had that. Remember, I was surrounded by Celtics fans on Sunday night. I was reminded
the
of
Celtics
it
weren't any good no more.
consistently.
Yeah, because it was Milwaukee, Toronto. Who they have in the first series? I can't remember. Pacers. And then, obviously, L.A. in the final.
The Celtics have ended Embiid season 3 times. 2018 in the semis, 2020 first-round sweep, 2023 second-round series. And the Sixers had the series lead 3-2 on their home court.
Yeah.
That was the James Harden. Harden had a really good series except for the last 2 games. No team has been down 3-1 as many times as the Sixers have without coming back to win a series. All right? That in the 18 times the Sixers have been down 3-1, they've never come back to win a series.
Wow. So that'd be history for them. I wonder how many times a 7 seed has been down 3-1 and come back to win a series. I would probably say never.
Probably never.
Probably never.
It's crazy because the 1 seed's is down 3-2.
Yeah.
And now the 2 seed is on the ropes.
Everything will be wide open.
Wow.
Like the highway, it's like when you're on 95 and you're heading to the airport to catch a flight, and you're like, I am never going to be there in time because there's too much. And then all of a sudden it just opens. And you're like, oh.
It's that 5-lane section.
Right.
Yeah. So there's the accident or the roving PennDOT crew, which I love.
I'm Jason. I'm back.
Whatever.
I'm back and forth on momentum. Right. Like sometimes it's like yes, there's momentum and it matters. Other times it's like no, one game is different from the next
matters game to game in a
so,
series.
Game 4, the Celtics blow the Sixers out. There was no momentum in Game 5. Sixers made an adjustment. Game 5. There was clearly momentum from Game 5 to Game 6 because the Sixers came out and were playing the same way. Now after Game 6, I don't know how you don't feel the Celtics are on the ropes. Now just because there's going to be a day in between the games and you go back up to Boston, I still feel like they're on the ropes. And it looked like that.
Going back to Boston adds to it.
It does.
it totally adds to it. If I'm the Sixers, I love being on the road for a Game 7 because your own fan base can turn on you so fast, and you're there, and you just feel the pressure of that full TD guard.
This isn't Oklahoma City or a Midwestern town.
No.
This is Boston. That's as
East,
volatile
northeast quarter.
As volatile as we are as fans, and that puts more pressure on them.
They're so similar to us that it's like a mirror in a lot of ways with an accent.
All right, coming up, can Joel Embiid rewrite his legacy with a big Game 7? And we have your reaction coming up next, 610-632-0975. Flyers talk coming up, but Jason Russ Joy joins us a little bit later as well. Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
will seal the deal. 103.89, 90 seconds to go.
Tom McGinnis on the call right here.
Sakes.
Game
I love Tom McGinnis, man.
Game 7 will be on the Fanatic on Saturday night. Game
Saturday.
1 of the Flyers and the Hurricanes will be on WMMR. Unfortunately, when we have success for both teams, that creates conflict sometimes.
Yeah.
And when I didn't know this, I
Got a
actually
slight stagger, though, which is nice.
I woke up to take a leak, and I saw a text message from Mike Vito at like 1:15.
I got one, too.
It's like, oh, man. Because so what happened last night that caused
I replied, by the way.
What happened last night that caused because a lot of people thought the Flyers were going to start
Monday.
early next week.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they decided to start it on Saturday, Frank. I'm not happy about it. I wanted a couple days off, too, just to recover and let things shape up and let these other series finish and figure, okay, let's start Monday. We'll go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday in Philly. Like, I thought Friday and Sunday in Philly would be an advantage, too. But, no, they're going to start the stupid thing on Saturday and piss me off. Now we got the conflict. And, like, it's not ideal to me.
Not ideal. I'd like to focus my attention on one thing.
Me too.
Not both. But it'll be crazy on
Do you have
Saturday
the YouTube TV or anything like that?
No.
You get the split screen.
Yeah.
A lot of things are the split screen now, but you can only listen to one of them. I remember 2001, the NBA Finals, Game 1. I lived at Front and Arch Street in a building called The Awnings right there. And there's a rooftop deck. And we went up there and watched it, and we synced the TV up there that we brought up. It was like, like a heavy TV back then.
Right.
Bring a flat screen. We didn't have flat screens yet. And we had the radio up there, and we listened to Tom again and Game 1 on the rooftop deck.
That's awesome.
My wife and I, we weren't even married yet. We were still just dating.
Are you kidding me?
And we had like 10 people up there, and we watched that game on the rooftop deck, looking at the Delaware and the Walt Whitman Bridge, and it was incredible night. Like, it was a beautiful spring night. Like, I love these winter sports in shorts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, when the fans are showing up in shorts, that's a good thing.
Well, I remember there was that.
It's a buzz.
How about this, Ray? In 2001, Ray was barely born.
Barely alive.
In 2001, when the Sixers were in the finals, it coincided with that, but it coincided with they had a night at the Phillies game where they were giving out the Randy Wolf Pack mask.
I remember that.
And I had one friend that's like, yeah, I'm going to go to the game anyway. And I'm like, the Sixers are playing in the finals. What are you doing? And
Go
he's
walk
like,
in, get your mask, and get out.
he wanted to go and get the Wolfpack mask.
Well, people were crazy about the Wolfpack.
But what I remember about that was that everybody was in shorts. To your point,
Yeah.
which is what made me think about it.
I remember all the playoff runs that these teams would go on, and as you go deeper, the tailgates get longer because it's nicer out, and you have the outdoor element. And I always remember this part too: the women get hotter as they go.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of Flyers fans that are out these days.
The dimes start rolling into the barn. You know what I mean?
Let's go to Mark in Collegeville. Mark, what's going on, man?
Jason, John, Ray, how are we doing today?
What's going on, Marky?
Not much. I'm all fired up. I'm all horned up. I'm all Sixered up right now.
Give him the horn, Ray!
Oh, man, that is great.
What a time to be alive.
Love it.
It is. It's a party right now, and we just got to enjoy the times while we can. But, hey, so going into this series with the Sixers, when Embiid wasn't playing, I thought this kind of reminded me of the Hawks series back in 21 where, the Hawks had no business with the Sixers, and, the Hawks ended up taking us down. It was heartbreaking, especially as the team that we had. Embiid coming back definitely is a big key for us. We don't have to rely on just Drummond and Demba, but, and I would say this, for all the years that we've had Tobias and the only year that we've had Paul George has been more money than Tobias has been in the whole time. So
he's a higher pedigree player.
Yeah. And what I'll say this is when we had Harden and Tobias, Maxey and Embiid, when it came to Game 6, we lost that. It was going back to Boston for Game 7. I was like, we have no shot. It's not happening. But say when my friends and I were talking, I was just saying, you know what? I feel way more confident with the team right now with the DJ, Maxey, Embiid, and George right now. I think last night you saw that clearly. We've been in the series the whole time. So, game 7, I'm not looking at it as like, oh, we're going back to Boston and it's over. It's game 7. No, I genuinely think this is our best chance to take them down. I think we figured them out. I think we actually truly do have the better team. I think it's just you're relying on Tatum and Brown compared to our 4. I think it's night and day that we
the team is totally different. This Sixers team is totally different than the one we saw all year. It's kind of like the Flyers. Like they get these guys at the end, and then all of a sudden they're a different team. And then the Sixers are the same thing. They're getting guys. It's like late trade deadline additions when Paul George has been out for 25 games.
You're right.
And he's as fresh as a daisy, right? What's he been doing for 25 games? Chilling.
Yep.
Working out. But he's not taking the grind.
Right, his body's fresh.
Yeah.
Which was always going to be a problem.
At his age, that's big.
Whether it's the knee or other ailments, and so now he's fresh. Yeah, I mean, they definitely, like, the Sixers are playing with confidence and edge right now. They look like the team that should win the series.
Yeah.
Not the Celtics.
I got to be honest with you, too. I think, like, if you're the Sixers, you're keeping an eye on the East, too, going, wait a minute here. Like, let's not squander this opportunity because there may be a path. You know what I mean? You got to look at the big picture a little bit, too. Like, you got to stay focused on Game 7 and get by it, but there's a path. If the Pistons go down, you got to look at the whole opportunity. Like, I think Embiid's pretty cerebral.
Yep.
Like, he always kind of knows everything that's going on. I mean.
All right, so can I say that I feel good for Joel?
I do.
I
Absolutely you can.
I feel good for Joel.
He's grinded in this city. Let's be honest.
Dude.
He's dramatic.
We all know the flaws, and we all know what comes with Embiid. Bro, he had emergency surgery 3 weeks ago. Literally yesterday. 3 weeks ago yesterday.
Yeah. I'm still recovering from a surgery 7 weeks ago.
No, I know. But
like, I'm limping around like an idiot. Like, the thing is with Embiid, like, he makes you mad sometimes because there's so much talent there.
Yep.
And you just, oh, man. But, like, we've always wanted the same thing for the guy.
Right. There's never been any doubt about the talent. And
Man, I'm trying to be down there.
also, the injuries, you're never going to be like that. That's always going to be a big part of Embiid.
He's huge. So
right.
They're going to have it.
But now, suddenly, the roster around him really works.
Beneficial to him.
It really works, Ray.
It's all this time we've been talking about taking the pressure off of him. It just happened to be him getting on the floor. We watched it finally happen.
But he's got to also be willing to defer when something's not there and feel like he had to do it all.
He played great last night.
8 assists felt low for the way he passed.
You know
the
what? It
basketball.
really did. I was surprised when he only had 8.
They left Embiid on the boat.
But they were also missing. They were missing a lot of shots.
John,
they were.
John, his game last night, what did he finish? 19 points.
Yeah, something like that.
So he played better last night than some games where he scored 40.
No, I agree.
Because it was a team game.
All right, so don't give me you're going to jinx them, because I did this with the Flyers. I put $10 on the Flyers when they were plus 2,400 to win the East. I'm putting $10 right now. They're plus 2,000 to win the East.
All right,
okay.
Certainly good payout.
I mean, it's $200. I'm not going to take a week off of work because of this, but it's
I
also
might be able to.
It's also $10. That doesn't even buy me lunch. So
Yeah.
$10 to win
That
200.
wouldn't even get you a Happy Meal anymore. Yeah, with a toy.
Wawa has that $6 meal deal though.
That they do.
What's in the meal deal?
What is it, Ray?
A sandwich?
Yeah, you get a sandwich, either a shorty, you go wrap, then you get the chips on the side and a soda.
And a soda. Because sodas are $2 these days. The 20 ounces are over $2.
No, soda ain't $2. It's like $2.99.
I know.
That's what I'm telling you. The $6 meal deal. I'm telling you got to get in on it.
Oh,
I'm
man.
surprised they didn't put to Wawa drink it. Look, I'm a big fan of the Wawa half and half.
The half and half is delicious.
Awesome. And
All
the
right.
lemonade's great, too.
So listen, we have some callers on the line. Russ Joy from Snow the Goalie is going to join us coming up next to discuss the Flyers and the Panthers. How realistic is it for the Panthers to win? I mean, listen, I have hockey royalty here with Jason Martinez. So
Tough matchup.
just a couple hockey guys talking pucks and sticks coming up next. But the 76ers, are you kidding me, as Tom McGinnis once said.
Are you kidding me?
Game 7, and I think if you ask Celtics fans right now, they're really concerned about this.
Yeah. All right, if we have any local Celtics fans, I'd love to hear from them.
Yep. All right, that's all coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
We're talking about a Game 7. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers dismantled the Celtics in Game 6, 106-93, and it wasn't even that close. Tyrese Maxey goes for 30 points. Joel Embiid nearly had a triple-double, and Paul George turned back the clock, 23 points for him after the game. Talking about what went right for this team.
Stuck to our identity. We're going to play hard. And, I thought we defended three-point line. We keep them from getting extra possessions. And, we got big fella. Big fella is there's nothing you can do with big fella.
And now they got a big game. Game 7, Saturday, 7:30, up in Boston to win. They eliminate the Celtics and come back from a 3-1 series deficit. The Flyers have Game 1 against the Hurricanes coming up Saturday at 8 o'clock. That game will be on WMMR because of the conflict with the 76ers. 76ers game right here on 97.5. The Fanatic as the Flyers moved on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And the Phillies won 2 games via the walk-off yesterday in their doubleheader. They sweep the Giants, headed on to Miami. This update's brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes, better people through sports. Info, positivecoach.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
DeVijay, corner three, up and good. The Sixers are going to be heading to Boston. They lead 98-78. 5 minutes to go. And the crowd with a standing ovation, a sellout of over 19,000.
Are you kidding me? What a game last night.
Are you kidding me that we got this? Like, this is a gift from God. A game 7 against, like, I'm so pissed off because the Flyers conflict with it.
Pissed.
So it messes. Like, I want to watch the game 7.
Yeah, you can't watch it.
Like a game 7 against the Celtics.
Against the Celtics.
Like, I know I'm a Flyers honk and it's stick to hockey and all that crap, but like, I love a game 7. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan, and like, I work for the Flyers. I'm a fan of the Sixers.
Right.
You know, like sometimes
You
I want to
enjoy it even more as a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Mr. NBA. What are you kidding me?
Well, that's true.
Yeah, some people don't know Jason will beat anybody in NBA trivia, depending on the era.
Yeah, well, like I remember, like the caller brought up, 2021, Trae Young just carving our heart out. Remember that?
Yeah.
With Atlanta?
Ben Simmons wouldn't take the dunk. Yeah,
I'm still pissed.
It felt like the end. So does this mean Does it mean the process isn't dead? Do we have to revisit that now too, Ray?
Sam Hinkie on line 4.
We've never been so alive, Johnny Marks.
It was the long play.
I told you to get in.
Oh, I'm
You
back.
didn't have confidence. I told you.
I can't believe I didn't have confidence in this team. What an idiot I am.
Where's Nerlens Noel when we need him?
Probably smoking dope somewhere.
In the bong. It's on the bong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm juiced. Like, I don't have this much energy normally. I'm like so pumped up because you got a game 7.
Man, against the Celtics.
Against the Celtics.
In Boston. And they look like it's
Deer
like,
in the headlights.
It's like a boxing match, and it's round 7.
Yeah.
And they go back to the corner and they say, I don't think I can beat him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try to knock him out. And their knockout punches, they're gonna shoot 40% from 3, and that's how they win the game.
Well, but the Sixers are like, if we could survive the first 4 rounds of this,
Here's the other thing. Is that
then we can start stinging them.
Before, when James Harden was here, when they lost in Game 7, as good of a player as James Harden was in 2 of those games, he also turned into Harden in Game 7, where he didn't shoot the ball, where he didn't show up. And that's kind of been Harden's MO, which is biggest spot, he's going to shrink.
Yeah, he sleeps.
There's no reason to believe that this team's going to shrink in the big spot.
Because, like, play the Paul George cut again. Like, the dude is so relaxed. Like this gives me confidence. Here's Paul George.
Yeah, I just thought we played free. You know what I mean? It's really no pressure. We got to come out. We lose, we go home. So I thought we played with no pressure. We stuck to our identity. We're going to play hard. And
that's it.
Yeah, I thought we defended three-point line. We keep them from getting extra possessions. And
Matter of fact.
You know, we got big fella. Big fella is there's nothing you can do with big fella.
But there's one thing you can control in a game and in life: working harder than the other person.
You can outwork the opponent.
You can outwork your coworker. You can outwork your boss. You can outwork the other opponent. You can work as hard as them, and that's what they've done the last 2 nights.
Yeah.
They didn't do that in Game 4, and you saw it. And I don't know what changed. I don't know if this was internal. I don't know if Nick Nurse was about whatever it is. What they're doing right now, and also the chemistry, you can see it. You can see it on the floor. You can see it with the way they're playing. You can see it in how they're talking. Like Paul George said, and we got the big fella.
Yeah.
And he's right. Because Embiid can take over a game. He can also sabotage you if he's bad Embiid.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done that.
No, and he was most unselfish Embiid in that last game. That's what you need. I was a speaker at a banquet for my high school at their hockey banquet. And I usually don't write anything down, but the last message I delivered said, focus on what you can control. You don't get what you want in life, you get what you earn. It starts with showing up and earning it every day. You can always be a leader in effort, attitude, and perspective because it takes no talent.
Doesn't cost anything.
You're not born with that. You can. That's a decision. You can outwork your opponent, and that's a decision. You outwork your coworker. Show up and kill them every day. Look at it as a competition. Be better than them every day. That's a choice, not a talent.
Mm-hmm. All right, Russ is going to join us in a second. Ray, I mean, look at Ray. Ray outworks everybody.
Ray is bouncing in that seat in there like he's
happy.
Like he's on one of those old school bouncy balls like we had in the 70s.
I am so excited.
I am too.
I'm running on pure adrenaline, by the way. This has been just, I can't believe we
You
got.
sleep last night?
Barely.
Stateside after?
No, I walked up to South House and went and saw. I texted the owner's house like, you got to be open right now. You got to have.
I gotta have one.
What time did you get home?
At like midnight.
That's not bad.
That's not
But I couldn't sleep. I'm sitting
you
there.
get
I'm
home-
just reliving the entire thing. I'm texting my buddy that was at the game with. I'm like, dude, I can't believe we just lived through that.
He's trying to calm down, burning a dart in bed.
You smoking? You have a couple cigarettes last night?
That was an entire pack last night.
A one-pack final.
I got a pack reserved for the Celtics on Saturday night, and that's not a bit. I will smoke a pack if they end up beating the Celtics.
Pack of darts.
I got a Celtics pack ready to go.
All right.
You got to go with a pack of Newports for the Celtics.
I want an icy light tonight, too, because I didn't get a chance to really crack one at Pittsburgh's expense either.
Oh, God. You might as well just go to the porta potty and drain it out and drink that. That's awful.
All right, Sixers, by the way, 7.5-point underdogs in the game. Now,
Love the number.
but to put that in perspective, they were 6.5-point underdogs last night at home. So now it's 7.5. It's not a Sixer line. I mean,
No, the Celtics are going to get the benefit of Vegas still.
yeah, I agree. And sometimes Vegas is off with their read on things.
Mhm.
And here's one of the situations where I think it is.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And we'll see where this line goes. Let me see if it's even.
See if it gets bet to a certain way.
It might. Let's see. No, it's still 7.5.
And the Celtics at home this season were 30-11.
Yeah, there's
good home team.
There's good reason, but if this was a 5.5-point line, that'd be very telling as far as analyzing the point spread.
Yeah.
It's 7.5, which is it's a Celtic line. I will say that.
Sixers, by the way, were 22-19 on the road this year, which isn't bad.
Is that
Considering
right?
Where they're, yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's go to our guy Russ Joy, Know the Goalie, and also the Russ Joy Show, which you can catch on all the social medias. What's up, Russell?
Hello, gents. How are we doing?
Wow, he sounds so clear.
I see you've traded one bald for another. I like this one too.
Yeah, he has.
You got to bring in the bald guy.
He has more facial hair. Sean has a beard sometimes, but yes, I have to make sure my hair looks the best, so I bring in bald guys. But by the way,
Jason's got some incredible facial hair. I wish my beard had the kind of coverage that his does. And Johnny, like you too, like you guys have better coverage than I do, which is why I typically just rock the mustache.
That's a porn stash.
But I couldn't pull off the mustache you do.
Yeah, I don't. I couldn't do that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
I look like my chin got sucked into my chest.
Which
if I
is
have
why
a
you have the
mustache.
beard.
Yeah, I got the Billy Goat beard.
All right, there you go. All right, so man, Saturday night, which is I think everybody's kind of disappointed that it can't be
pissed.
Sixers night or whatever. But
so dumb.
So just like we were talking about, we can't control that. All right, so going into the series, confidence. How are you feeling about the Flyers' chances against the Panthers, or Russell?
Well, let me just tell you, we could stand here, talk about Sixers Hurricane or the Flyers and Hurricanes, or we can go back to Game 7, which I feel much better about for the Sixers.
Well, let's do that.
Now, I think it's actually a very interesting kind of thing, right? Because you can look at both of those series as house money if you really want to. Like if you want to put it in a similar perspective, if you're the Sixers, it does sort of in some way feel like house money because you didn't think Embiid was going to be able to bounce back the way that he has. And if you're the Flyers, you're looking at the series against the Hurricanes and you're saying, hey, nobody thought we were going to make the playoffs. There were people that were definitely counting them out. Once Pittsburgh got 2 wins back in that series, you managed to take down your crosstown or your cross-state rival. This is going to be a bear. The one thing that I keep coming back to is if you're the Flyers, assuming Tampa Bay gets knocked out by Montreal, there's a case to be made that based on this season alone, the Flyers will have the best goalie left in the playoffs. And if there's one thing that in playoff hockey could maybe give you a chance, it's a massive talent disparity between the teams, make no mistake. If there's one thing that can kind of cut that down at least a bit, it's an advantage in net. And that's maybe the one thing that you hope if you're a Flyers fan. Can Dan Vladar do it again and again and again? That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's why I wish it was starting Monday, by the way, to give him a little bit more of a rest. He's played in 58
Agreed.
games. He's never played more than 30.
All right, so here's my question on Vladar, because I've heard everybody with the Flyers that covers the Flyers say regular season MVP. He had 2 shutouts in that series.
Didn't have
right
one
there.
all season. Yeah.
But didn't have one all season, which is crazy. Dan Vladar's performance so far with the regular season and the playoffs is the best goalie performance since when?
Since 2014 and Steve Mason.
Yeah.
Steve Mason, gets totally shortchanged. Look at it. He had like a 916 save percentage as a Flyer.
But he also wasn't in the playoffs, and that's not that. That wasn't.
He went to Game 7 against the Rangers in 14.
Oh, so he did. All right,
he was unbelievable.
So since May, so that's going back 12 years.
Yeah.
History forgets Steve Mason, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
But yeah. It has been. It's been that long. So when even if you throw out the idea of it's the best goalie performance in a decade, it has been.
Yeah.
I'd even argue that to some extent, what Vladar's done has been even in some ways more impressive, just given the fact that he's always been a backup.
Yeah.
And,
Mason won the Calder Trophy as a Rookie of the Year with Columbus.
Yeah. So, like, the expectations and the level of expectations relative to where they were taken and what they had done to that point in their career, I think Vladar has had this just meteoric rise this year. And if you had Danny Briere on Truth Serum and said, is this what you thought you were getting from Calgary? The answer, of course, is no. There is absolutely no way that they thought Vladar was going to be this good.
When they signed him, Russ, I was like, meh.
I was too. I remember saying on my show, before the season started, because at the end of last year, I said, looking at the Eastern Conference, kind of forecasting it out, I was like, there's going to be a lot of parity in the East. And it ended up proving true. And I said, if Danny Briere goes out and gets like a competent number one goalie or like a 1B that can kind of challenge Sam Ersson for the job, well, then you might actually make the playoffs in an open Eastern Conference. And when they signed Vladar, I was like, really? That's it?
Yeah.
That's a signing? Now, you could look at the end of last year and say, like, Calgary played him in a lot of the more higher leverage games against the tougher opponents because they wanted to shelter Wolf. But, like, nobody thought this was coming.
Well, he got the worst games. He got the second of back-to-backs. His last 10, I think, or 11 starts were all on the road when they were trying to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Good knowledge.
So, like, Vladar has been so much better than you could have expected. They needed every bit of every magic he had, every ounce of magic he had against the Penguins. And it's tough because this series is one where, like, I can give you the head or I can give you the heart. The head says Vladar can steal you a game and you might be able to win a game
or two
off of scoring. Like, might be able to do it. Maybe you can take this to 6. But there's that thing beating in my chest. There's that thing that kind of carried me to believing that the Flyers were going to go win the first 2 in Pittsburgh and have a chance to win it in 5. And that thing beating in my chest says, you know what? This freaking team, with this goalie playing the way he has, tell me that weirder things haven't happened than the Flyers winning this series in 6. Tell me that there haven't been weirder things happening in playoff hockey in the past than the Sixers somehow getting past, or the Flyers getting past the Canes.
There have been, but sometimes they play into your favor, like 2010, where Washington gets bounced by Jarl Halak and an unbelievable goalie performance by Montreal. You end up as the 7th seed, and you end up with home ice in the conference final against Montreal. The Pittsburgh and Washington were knocked out of the way in 2010.
And that's not happening this year because Carolina.
No, but you also had to come back from 0-3 against Boston and win that game.
So let me ask you this, because I saw a lot of Flyers fans, in particular after their final loss of the series, but even after they won, which was, if you play like this against Carolina, you're going to get beat. And you're
you got to find a way against Carolina to punch them in the face and cause some panic and make them play a style of game they don't like to play, because they are as structured and as disciplined in 4 lines and their D pairs. They play what they play, and it's a possession game, and it's cumulative, and it exhausts you because they always have the friggin' puck.
And you don't there's no off shift. They're just going to keep hitting you wave after
4
wave
lines,
after wave.
yeah.
It's a situation where this Flyers team that has done such a great job all year of being able to take that first hit on the chin and coming back in games, they can't do it against Carolina. That's where your luck runs out. That's where this whole thing goes from a carriage to a pumpkin. And if they concede to Carolina early, the series is going to be done.
Carolina didn't even trail in the first series.
Correct.
At all?
There was not a single, not a second in their series against Ottawa did Carolina trail.
But they do have an advantage over Carolina, and that is in net. I do not believe Freddie Anderson was very good in the first round. As the playoffs go on, though, Freddie Anderson starts to lose magic historically, and he's got a big sample size that proves it. If you can, they played them tight this year, but in the playoffs, it's a different animal. If you can just get them kind of make them think it's the conference final, where they always lose, then you might have something.
All right.
The funny thing is, like, if the Flyers could, and they've done nothing over the last 5 years to make you believe that they could, But if the Flyers could put together a relatively competent power play, things change. The wildest stat to come out of the first round, the wildest thing to come out of that first round, 16 goals, right? 14 different goal scorers. It tells you that you don't have a dominant goal scorer. It shows you that you do have a holistic team approach to finding the back of the net. They need someone to grab the mantle. They need somebody to
score 4 or 5 goals in the series.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
Correct.
right. I agree with that. And it's got to be a guy like Konechny. It's got to be a guy.
Well, that's not going to happen. You and I know that's not going to happen. Konechny's not going to be the guy to get you fought. No.
Well,
no
here's
way.
the thing, though. In the playoffs in the NHL, there's guys that historically were not good playoff performers until they were. Keith Primo is a prime example.
I would actually. Can we get odds on?
I'm not going to bet
Embiid
it.
to never get injured again versus Travis Konechny to score 5 goals in the series. I'll take Joel Embiid to never get hurt again.
Yeah,
like that's how little
He's
I
got
believe
2 goals in 27 playoff games.
So this, unfortunately, I think is going to come down to one of your young guys having to step up and be that goal scorer.
Then it's Martone.
Imagine being a teenager, getting knocked out of the college playoffs early, coming in, joining this team.
Yeah. He almost ended the game right before York did, too.
Yeah.
That would have been his 3rd goal of the series.
There he is, Russ Joy. Subscribe to his show on YouTube. Not only Snow the Goalie that he does, but the Russ Joy Show. And follow him. It's Joy on Broad for everything that he does. He's very active.
If he puts any more stuff in front of him in his mic, you're not even going to be able to see
I actually
him.
added this. I heard John say the last time I was on that I have a lot on the desk, so I put the globe on here. By the way, Sixers get past the Celtics in Game 7. They absolutely get past the Knicks. And then you've got that fraud, James Harden, who can't win in the playoffs. Sixers go to the NBA Finals. You heard it here. Come on now.
I don't disagree.
Sixers in the finals and the Flyers in the finals against the Anaheim Ducks. And Cutter goes,
Oh, man. Dream scenario.
Or Vegas. Torts and Carter Hart.
That would be something. Oh, boy. All right, Russ, I'll see you at Wegmans, man. I saw him at Wegmans again last week.
Dude, I might be at Wegmans, too. I'm a huge fan of Wegmans.
Let's just go meet up, guys. It'd be great.
All right.
A little deli counter time.
We'll be like the old guys meeting at Dunkin' Donuts.
I like making the little Chinese combo platter with the buffet stuff.
You do the buffet?
Yeah, I do a little bit of lo mein, a little bit of General Tso's chicken, a little bit of rice, maybe a little broccoli chicken.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
I
Russ.
mix it up with the mustard.
Later, buddy. Talk next week.
Asian mustard.
There he is. I like the Asian mustard.
Yeah,
It's a good call by you, Jason.
huge fan.
Big fan of that buffet.
I also see
I
Russ.
go in there and just eat all the time by myself.
It's great.
Whenever I'm going by.
I buy sushi from Wegmans.
I do
the
too.
sushi there too.
It's good sushi.
Yeah.
I used to get the buffet, the Chinese, whatever the Chinese food and whatever. I don't know.
I will probably stop at the King of Prussia one on my way home and hit a little dab.
Outside of my family, the thing I miss most about being back home in Montgomery County is being so close to a Wegmans.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, the grocery stores in the city aren't suburban.
I mean,
stores.
we got a couple of good. We got a solid Acme, a solid Giant around me. You know.
No, you don't.
The Acme off of Girard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. That was a super fresh when I lived in the neighborhood. It was a super fresh.
This is pretty good Acme.
Good
Good watermelon.
Oh, good watermelon.
Good watermelon.
Good produce.
Yeah.
It's like the Broomall Acme. Good produce.
That's where you get the women at the produce section.
That's why I keep
handling the
going grocery
melons,
shopping.
making sure the melon's not too soft. They see you got a nice touch.
All right, listen, we have Sean from Pine Hill, Black Gritty, and Chris from Pensauken. 3 elite callers.
Wow.
That we have coming up. Also,
Stacked.
Get your reaction to the Sixers and the Flyers on the Davis Honda text line and send your voice memos. It's all the same number, 610-632-0975. Taking the fan hat off for a second, does it feel like the 76ers are going to win this game against Boston?
Yep.
Game 7. That's coming up Saturday night right here on the Fanatic. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5, the Fanatic. All right, let's talk about Comer and Cross for a second. So listen, you pull into your garage, right? You pull in, and you're like, man, oh, man. You may not have noticed before I started pointing out cracked concrete stains. If you have an old epoxy job in your garage, God bless you. That's why you check out Comer and Cross. They can completely transform your garage floor in just one day. One day, and it looks incredible. A true showroom finish, like pulling into a brand new car garage every night, and they're offering 50% off installation. And the best part is they make it easy. They move your stuff out for you. They repair all the cracks and pits so it looks like new, and then you choose your custom and cross finish. It's not paint or epoxy. It's built to last. No chipping, no cracking, no tire lift, ever. All of that, and you're getting 50% off installation. Check them out online, comercross.com, COMER cross.com. I mentioned my Instagram page. I shared a story on Instagram that had it's a video from the Comer and Cross Instagram page. So check them out on Instagram as well. Or you can call them right now for more information if you want to schedule something. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Game 7. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers forced a Game 7 with a 106-93 win last night over the Boston Celtics. It wasn't even that close. Tyrese Maxey with 30 points, nearly a triple-double for Joel Embiid. Paul George with 23 points. Here is how the end of that game sounded right here on the Fanatic.
Maxey signaling to the crowd in Iversonian orchestral like a conductor at the orchestra. Let me hear you. Maxey makes the free throws and finishes off a 30-point game.
That's how it sounded as Maxey was making his way to the free throw line at the end of that game, then making his way to the bench. Now he's got to focus on a Game 7 tomorrow night, 7:30. You can hear it right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And tomorrow night, that action doesn't stop there. Flyers, Game 1 against the Hurricanes, Saturday at 8 o'clock for that game. That's on our sister station, WMMR. And if that doesn't fire you up enough, hey, the Phillies might be back. They swept the Giants. They won 2 games yesterday via the walk-off. They head to Miami for the weekend. This update is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has led inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at crohnscolitisfoundation.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Lost the handle over to George. 3 by PG. It's good. A triple by George. His 4th in the game. And the Sixers go up by 12.
How about that?
Tom McGinnis on the call. Right here on 97.5 The Fanatic, your home for the 76ers.
Tom will be at his absolute best, most elite tomorrow night. Do yourself a favor. You can sync up the radio to the TV. It's so easy. You do it during the anthem, and you just pause your TV. And then you go, you get the sync, play. Oh, I'm still a little off. Pause again. And you can nail it.
Yep. I'm in.
And you get Tom McGinnis on the call.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, last night was on NBC Sports Network, which they 86th, and then they brought it back.
Yeah.
It used to be a thing. What's it called? NBC Sports Network? Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, because remember, they got rid of it, and then they brought it back.
Yeah. They were like, oh, man, we're going to have the Olympics?
Right.
Need some space for some television programming.
It's such a TV executive thing. Like, yeah, we don't want this anymore. It's not profitable. Hey, we need the Sports Network. Well, you just had it a year ago. Wasn't even going a long time.
No.
But anyway, and then now they have playoff games.
Now you need it because you have 2 at the same friggin' time. Why?
So my remote, I talk into the remote. I don't know channels outside of ESPN and
like the number.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers. Other than like I know channel 10 and channel 6 or whatever. So it wasn't on Comcast Sportsnet because they had the Phillies. So, but I didn't know where it was. And I have low battery on my remote. And I'm talking into it, but it doesn't allow you to talk into the remote if it's a low battery.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, well, where the hell is this game? I'm like, it's not on ESPN. I'm looking all over. I go to my phone, and I'm like, NBC Sports Network? Like, huh?
What channel is that?
No, I thought it was on like, is it on Peacock? Is it on wherever? Nope. Was it on Peacock, too?
It was on Peacock, too, which this whole new deal. I get it. Everybody's making money. Everybody's happy.
Very confusing.
It's we had a chance last night. If the Nuggets won that game, it was going to be a 4:30 Game 7 on Amazon because nothing says Game 7 like trying to figure out your Prime login to go watch a 4:30 in the afternoon game.
And hitting the forgot password, missing the first quarter.
Right. I mean, what in the world are we doing here?
Because the old lady changed it because the kids were using the Amazon Prime account.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the phones. We have some elite callers here. We'll start with Chris in Pennsauken, who was at the game last night, a season ticket holder. What's up, Christopher?
What's up, boys?
Chris had the win last night. He called in yesterday. He felt it.
I felt it, John, and I thought of you this morning after I got out from working out. I got a pair of Dr. Scholl's because I'm like, my boy's feet were on the floor because I remember what you said. Well, your one foot goes up, you can do a night-night. I'm like, his feet had to be on the floor all night long.
They were.
He had the orthodontics out.
Yeah, it was a long night because then they get to win, and now I'm watching post-game. Now I'm looking. I'm reading everything online. Yeah, it was a good night, man.
Yeah, it's nice when we're healthy and we're playing like a team, and then you look over and all the Boston players know what they weren't looking like for the first time in years. They weren't looking all cocky. They weren't a bunch of smartasses. They had fear in their eyes because we're bringing the Boston Strangler up there, Johnny, and we're going to zip them. We're going to cut them from ear to ear with a utility knife and bleed them out. Just bleed them out. Those rats. I can't stand Boston. I hated Boston more than I hated the Dallas Cowboys, John. And you know me. I can turn on the switch. I just want to choke them out and just watch their oxygen just suck the life out of them.
It was
right on the floor.
Seeing their demeanor last night. They looked defeated. Now that doesn't mean it has to carry over from game to game. Swagger. But even after the game, they were very much. They know that the Sixers have shown up to play, and this is a real series. And they're just not going to. This isn't James Harden coming in Game 7 either.
No, sir, and that place was rocking last night. Kudos to our fans. We're the best fans, not in the country, in the friggin' world. I can't believe how pumped I am. My kid next to me bought those season tickets when she was 8. She's going to be 20 next week. Oh, it was beautiful. I said, know what, babe? Here's some Tito's, and I don't care. You're now 21 for the night.
Sipping on the Tito's.
Yeah, put the little Tito's. Yeah. She's like that. I'm like, yeah, add some water, tip it off with a little cranberry and the lime, and here we go. Here we go, Sophia Murray. Let's go.
What?
I am so jacked up. I want to eat somebody's face, man. I can't wait to.
We got to send you up there.
Oh, dude. Oh, if I went up there, it'd be trouble. Johnny knows me for years.
It would be.
It's exactly what I want is you to go up there and cause trouble.
Yeah, I do 500 push-ups every day, Monday through Friday. Johnny knows I'm touched, man. I can just. And it's over. I don't care. I'll put you in one of my washers at my laundromat. I am so pumped. I can't wait for this. And the Flyers tomorrow night. How about all you Flyers fans? Shout out to all you guys, man, for hanging in and hanging in and hanging in, watching all that wreck. Now you guys stand. Put your chest out. Put your chest out, Philadelphia fans. Put your chest out and bump the dude that's wearing green today, and bump the other people that look and smell like a hurricane. Smack, smack.
He said bump.
Ass tomorrow night, brothers. Bump to ass. Let's go, Flyers. Let's go, Sixers.
Give him the horn, Ray. Give him the horn. Give him the horn. He said bump. He didn't use the F word.
That's on me.
No, but he could have used it. It was somewhere where he could have used the F word.
Yeah, it would have been good usage of it.
All right,
He pumped me up.
let's go to Black Gritty from BlackGritty.com. Black Gritty, how are you?
I'm glad you took that call before me because today I'm not hyped. Talking to you ritzy dudes out here at Wegmans in this economy. Come on, guys. Can I borrow $50?
Hey, man, I spent $72 this morning filling my tank.
Oh,
we're dying slow out here, Johnny Marks.
Man.
But this is the problem with hockey. NHL can't get out of its way.
Yep.
Philadelphia's been starving. We are driving the market. I think we're the most viewed series.
First round series game in years on ESPN.
And so, And so you get to set your schedule, and you know what the basketball schedule is, and you put us right up against ourselves in a Game 7.
Yeah.
Not you know it's going to be a Game 7, but you know the possibility.
You split in the audience.
Like,
yep, you're splintering.
You can't get out of your own way. Again,
Well, I found out why, Black Gritty.
Why?
Because ESPN ABC didn't want to lose the Saturday night game in total because they didn't have a Game 7 to put there.
So they don't have anything else.
So they got to start it. Yep. I'm not happy about it.
Well, could we stagger the times? Like, I'm just saying.
They
I
are
don't know.
staggered.
Either way,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, either way, I'm not happy. And I know I got the power of the future, and I can split screen it. But still, it's like they're in their own way, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, you want to lock in, right?
Yeah. And I'm going to be locked in. You know what I mean? I got two eyes. I got two screens. I'm going to be cross-eyed for the night, but I'm going to be there. But my other problem is like, I haven't seen the Sixers beat the Celtics. Last time they beat the Celtics, I was 3 years old, and I heard stories about my dad. I know why I hate Boston. It was built into my brain, okay? I'm a 70s baby. I was 3 years old the last time it happened. So I was on somebody's lap, but I don't remember seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So every year when something comes up and it's beat Boston, we hate Boston, all this kind of stuff, now I'm sitting here, something I thought I'd never be. I'm in Kobe Bryant mode, bro. Finish the job.
Yeah.
I don't care about nothing.
Your Mamba mentality, right?
Bro, thank you, Joel, for coming back. I don't care about none of that, okay? Unless you win, none of that. That's not the story that's going to happen. So you go ahead and feel happy about Joel right now, but if they lose this game, they're going to be kicking him right back in his back. So, job's not finished, job's not done. Lock in, get it done, and my God, go Philadelphia. We take over the world. Hey, Phillies, you get a golf clap, too.
How about that?
How
walk
about
off.
that?
Ain't nobody even talking about that. You know what I mean? That's how messed up the city is right now. They had two walk-offs back-to-back in one day, and we don't give a ham sandwich about it. John, cash out me $50 next time. Hey, yeah, here, Wegmans. I'll talk to you guys. Have a great weekend.
All right, there
go
he is.
Flyers, go Sixers.
Black Gritty from BlackGritty.com.
Great call.
Thank you, Black Gritty.
He's dead on right, too. The Celtics are more of a – I would prefer the Celtics – the Sixers beating the Celtics over the Eagles beating the Cowboys. Cowboys are inconsequential since the mid-90s.
It's the Eagles, it's the NFL. Everybody hates the Cowboys.
Course, yeah.
As an actual rival,
But it means something.
Both teams have to be good, and you need those epic games where it's like, damn, the Cowboys got us again. I got to get the Cowboys. But like, here's the other thing with the Eagles-Cowboys rivalry. The Cowboys fans never used to care about the Eagles because they would always say, well, yeah, they're our rival. Why does everybody in Philadelphia hate us?
Yeah.
Now that the Eagles are an elite franchise and winning Super Bowls, it drives the Cowboys fans nuts because we're so annoying.
Yeah.
And they hate it.
And the Redskins have been a non-factor for the most part.
Yeah, like that's a dead rivalry. That the Cowboys aren't any good. They're not any good.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. But you went up there in Boston. Now this reignites something that, like Black Gritty said, he was 3. I mean, I have sports memories of the Phillies winning the World Series in 1980.
Me too. My first memories.
But the Sixers winning in 83, I was a fan. I love Doc and the original Boston Strangler and Mo Cheeks.
Yeah.
The entire team.
Yeah, Moses.
But I also didn't grow up with the disappointment. Doc had lost a bunch of finals. They had lost to Boston a bunch of times in the Eastern Conference Finals. There were really good teams. The Lakers were really good. They lost in 80 where Kareem couldn't play in the game and Magic had to be a center, and they won that. So if Doc doesn't win that title in 83, his career's not looked at the same because he didn't win a title.
Not even close. In '83, they were great. And you're right. And playing against Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish.
They used to get in fights.
Danny Ainge. It was like we talked about that story with Charles the one time I was on. I asked him about Larry, and he was obviously on the floor when Doc strangled him.
Yep. Doc strangled Larry.
And he got suspended for it.
Sedale 3 punched Danny Ainge in the face, which is an all-time one.
Sedale 3.
Over the years, it was, I mean, God, Tommy Heinsohn, who used to do the national CBS broadcast, but he was a local Celtic guy. I hated Tommy Heinsohn because he would do those damn games. It's like, hang on, he's a Celtic. Why is he working with Brent Musburger and Dick Stockton?
I remember being annoyed a couple of years ago when Kevin McHale was doing the game.
Oh,
it used to drive me crazy. He shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, they have
conflict of interest.
Just like Sidney Crosby has that, like the penguin annoying face. The Celtics they still do.
Yeah. Like Kevin McHale and that resting bitch face that he had.
Danny Ainge, Dennis Johnson, Bird.
DJ, unbelievable. Well,
Jerry Seastings.
I mean, this is a 7-game series, too. There's scar tissue that builds up over the first 6. And we've got scar tissue. And like two teams that hate each other that are so similar to their fan bases. That's what makes it fun. Unbelievable.
All right, coming up, we have voice memos that are coming up, 610-632-0975. Voice memos from the Davis Honda text line. That's also the phone number, 610-632-0975. Sean from Pine Hill leads us off. Coming up next, how many fans believe they're going to win Game 7? And if there's any local Celtics, like Celtics fans that live in the Delaware Valley, we'd love to talk to you with how you feel about this game heading into Game 7.
Yeah.
Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
The Flyers are
He scores it. Timeout. Joe Mazzulla. 88-65. Sixers looking to force a Game 7.
Go ahead. Take it over. You're the boss.
Oh, it's a Yacht Rock Friday.
Oh, cool.
I forgot. Oh,
It's
man.
been so funny to put the Tom McGinnis with the Yacht Rock.
I could see Tom McGinnis.
That's a juxtaposition.
It really is. It kind of fits, though.
Tom chilling, little Yacht Rock, couple cocktails.
Tom not doing the game is perfect for Yacht Rock.
Yeah, for sure.
Tom is chill dude. Jason, how you doing?
You wouldn't know that when you listen to him.
How you feeling, Jason? How you doing? And then all of a sudden, oh, yeah! Like he's going nuts.
He's a red light player.
Yeah, when the light goes on, Tom McGinnis, like tomorrow night, he will be at his elite best.
Can you imagine?
Before that game, he will be chill. But soon as that tip-off happens, are you kidding me? He is going to be going nuts.
Are you kidding me?
It's like Gilbert Gottfried. I interviewed him in studio, and he was very quiet. He wasn't during the breaks. He wasn't really saying anything. When you spoke to him, he was quiet.
normal.
No, he wasn't.
But let me tell you, John.
But he wasn't even like regular. He was like soft spoken. I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And then literally you come back from break, and it goes from a 2 on the octave to a 38. And it's the Gilbert Gottfried that you know. It was unbelievable. It really was. I have a picture with Gilbert Gottfried from that, which is a prized possession. He passed away a long time ago.
Yeah, he did. I used to be able to do him, but I have to hear him again to do him.
I couldn't do it right now.
I have to hear it first. So.
He's an all-time.
Yeah. I can't wait for tomorrow night. I'm so conflicted because these games are kind of at the same time.
Well, just tell the Flyers you're taking the night off. You're going to watch the Sixers.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll. It's all the complaining I do about no playoff off seasons, right?
Yeah, maybe you should.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to
check, back check, paycheck tomorrow night, Johnny Mark.
Let's go to Sean in Pine Hill. Jason, you noticed his comment of what he has to say
important.
Is spot on. Sean in Pine Hill, hello, buddy. What's up?
Marks and Martinez, what's up, guys? How you doing?
What's up, Sean?
First off, Martinez, great to hear you on the airwaves, pre-game shows, dude, and you're healthy.
Thank you, man. Good to be heard.
So first off, I want Flyers and Sixers, but I had to go to CVS to pick up my prescription for my 3-for-4 Viagra because it's up right now. Phillies, Flyers, Sixers are rolling.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the Phillies, and
so
we'll touch on the Phillies, but just to mention this, Sean, since Rob Thompson got sacrificed, nobody's lost a game in Philadelphia sports.
Wow.
Sixers haven't, Flyers haven't,
right.
Phillies haven't.
We got a really good
sacrificial lamb. So first off with the Flyers, me and my son, it was awesome. We stayed up in his room to watch a game. When they scored, we're going nuts, and then we hear the door open. It's a wife going, "What do you got? He's got school tomorrow." And my son goes, "Flyers won," which was awesome. But here's my thing. That goal that was scored, there's a lot of things that ain't being said. Michkov.
I said it.
The patience he had, instead of going normally like he did, pulled it back at the point. And here's the thing, that pass he made across, if he puts that on stick, there's no goal. That guy's blocking it.
Well, yeah.
So,
the thing is he goes to the middle like he's going to go down low, and he sinks the defense back a little bit.
Back.
That gives York enough time to get his head up and let the screen develop properly in front of him. With Cates.
Yep.
And Cates lifts the stick of the defender because the defender's trying to knock the puck down. Cates lifts his stick out of the way.
Yeah. The fact he was a healthy scratch, too, and he did that. And here's my thing with Martone. That kid has taken everything, every beating, and he hasn't backed down. And think about this. Martone and Vladar, they're two pieces they added late, and look where we're at now.
Yeah.
So
and Forster,
right,
who hasn't been good in the playoffs.
Let's go to the Sixers.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the Sixers. Paul George, that was a Paul George game. That he defensed up, and he was stroking, hitting his threes and everything. And here's the thing. Nick Nurse has outcoached that guy the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And Embiid is buying in. He's buying in. What is Embiid doing? Staying down on the post. He's not outside, swallowing the ball, shooting threes all the time, taking the ball away from the offense that's been rolling.
Yep.
He's getting the ball in the post, and what is he doing? If he's double-teamed, kicking it out. What are they doing? Banging the threes. So here's the thing what we're going to bang. We're going to bang the Celtics out of the building. We're going to kick their ass, and we're going to roll. And I'm watching both games. And I think the Flyers, here's the thing. The Flyers played them in the last 4 games. They lost by 1 goal each.
Yeah. 3 of them overtime.
And they're rolling.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Hit the horn Play the song.
Give him the horn, Ray.
Wow, into the song.
That's not bad.
Good. Like an Anthony Day. It's a 4 for 4 kind of day.
It sure is. It sure
It is a 4 for 4 kind of day.
So I believe. How about this? Jason and I kind of mentioned this during the break that the best course, the best way the Sixers can win the game tomorrow night, Game 7, isn't by Embiid coming out and scoring 45 points and having the game of his life. He went 6 of 18 last night, and I felt like he had a great game. Right? He literally shot 33% from the field, and it felt like a better game than when he scored in the 30s.
Yeah.
Last night.
The game prior, he scored in the 30s.
No, because the game he didn't try to do too much. He had 1 turnover last night.
Take the ball.
And he could have had, like you said, 8 assists felt light. If guys were hitting their shots, Ray, he has 12, 13 assists. Easy last night.
Easily. And that 1 turnover, if I remember it correctly, was he made the right read. The pass was just too tall and hit the rim for Oubre in the first quarter.
It did. That's right. It did.
That was, I believe, the only time he
was
turned
wide
it over.
open.
Yeah.
Oubre was wide open under the bucket.
He is bought into the whole, they're going to blitz me. They can't guard me. And it's okay if they can't guard me if I give someone else the easy opportunity.
Yep.
And that, I mean, he's always been a gifted passer. It's been about reading it. He diagnosed it better than really.
Let me give you a stat line on him.
Ever seen
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
If Embiid goes out, gives you 21, 17, and 11. Is that the recipe for a win?
Oh, they win for sure.
Yeah.
Man,
like
that'd be something.
I don't need 45, 12, and 2 with 6 turnovers.
So to this, though, and he talks about it after the game, at some point the touch is going to return. Like, he's just too gifted of his shooter for it not to.
That fadeaway.
Right. And if they get him at the mid-range, and if Kincade keeps playing 2 steps off of him, like, he's going to have that shot. Like, if that shot starts going and either Kincade or Vucevic have to go up and guard him, they're not quick enough to recover, and then that's going to open up so much down low. Yeah. Like, if that shot starts dropping, that's why it feels like they left meat on the bone yesterday. Like, it's crazy.
Could you see him
say.
having like a second quarter where he has like 14 points?
Oh yeah.
No, for sure. and Kada he can't shoot. So keeping him out there, and the defense isn't good enough to justify it. But then you put Vucevic out there, he's got to be able to score because he's not good at defense. He can't hit a bucket in this. I don't feel like he's hit a 3-point shot. He'd take a lot of them. So right now, their center position ain't good. So, and I mean,
matchup problem for them.
It is a matchup problem.
Yeah.
Not 1 turnover last night for Maxey and Edgecombe.
That's insane.
Not 1.
Not a single turnover?
And
not 1.
Done a pretty good job of, you see a number of times Paul George has the ball coming up the floor. Like, the idea of having Maxey play off ball, allowing him to use his quickness has been huge.
It's a different look.
It's a different look. And hey, I've been as critical of Nick Nurse as anyone.
He's done a good job
here. You take 2 against the Celtics and Joe Mazzulla. Tip of my cap.
He saved your job.
Like, second quarter tomorrow night, Embiid goes 7 for 9. Like,
sweating just thinking about
it. And they do it until they can stop him.
I had said yesterday that the last thing I want to see is him to come out and take 10 shots in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Let the game come to you.
Develop.
Charles used to do this. Stars will do this at least in like the old in the old NBA. Guys that can score points, they'll get it going. Let's get the other guys going first, and then, all right, then I'm going to start going.
They're not passengers.
Get the other guys going. Yeah. Last night, the other guys got going. It wasn't a great shooting first quarter by any means, but it wasn't another one to Joel. I mean, think about it. Maxey, in what game was that, Ray? Game 4? Mm-hmm. Took 3 shots in the first half? That can happen.
Yeah.
He needs to take 3 shots in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Not in the first half. Yeah. He can't be a passenger. He can't be watching.
Yeah.
And if you start off with, I'm going to get my guys going, I'm going to let, because
I know I'm going to get going.
He's still going to get his shots, man. Yeah. He's too damn big and too damn talented not to.
Yep. But get everybody involved. Get everybody in the rhythm of the game.
And they did.
And then you jump in and supplement that. And then it opens everything up, and everybody's already cooking.
All right, coming up, news at noon. Your chance to win $1,000.
Really?
Yesterday on the show,
you had a $1,000 winner.
We had a $1,000 winner. 10 o'clock.
What do I text?
I'm going to tell you coming up next.
All right, cool.
The short code is 45911. I'm going to give you the special keyword. So that's coming up next at 12 o'clock, followed by the news at noon with Ray Dunn, featuring Rick Tocchet, Jokic, and Charles Barkley. Is that Charles Barkley from Unfiltered
First
yesterday?
time ever on the news at noon, we're featuring something that was done on the station.
Wow.
No.
It's a landmark day here for us on the station.
Barkley on Zoom yesterday on Unfiltered.
I saw it with the goggles on.
On NBC Sports Philadelphia.
I got to have
too.
him talk to my optometrist. You got to get some new frames.
He needs to put on about 70 pounds, too. I don't like the skinny
He's too
Barkley.
thin.
He is. I need fat Charles back.
But at least plump.
If I ever get him on, I'm going to tell him, Charles, listen, put on 30 pounds, man. I like you better a little chubby.
You know, let's get back on the potato with the new steakhouse opening up.
Your chance to win $1,000 news at noon coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
We're talking about a Game 7. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops their athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. The Sixers won 106-93 over the Celtics, and it wasn't even that close in Game 6. Tyrese Maxey for 30. Joel Embiid nearly a triple-double. Paul George, 23 points late in the game. Big Oubre dunk that closed it.
Here's Oubre faking a 3, 4 to shoot, drives it, jams it on Luka, and that will seal the deal. 103-89, 90 seconds to go.
They're headed up to Boston. Game 7, Saturday night, 7:30. You can hear it right here on The Fanatic. You just heard Tom McGinnis with that cut. You'll be able to listen to him. 7:30, Saturday night, Game 7. Game 1 for the Flyers and the Hurricanes tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. That game will be on WMMR, our sister station, as they get that series underway. Second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And the Phillies, they've now won 3 in a row. This update's also brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has led inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at crohnscolitisfoundation.org. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Chance to win 1,000 coming up in a second.
Lionel Richie?
Well, my friend,
Oh, what pipes he's got.
raise the
Isn't he coming to town?
I think so.
I think the man. I love this little part right here. Let the music play on. Oh, man. This is a great song. I had this on my Amazon, one of my Amazon playlists. Woo! Starts to pick up a little bit right here. Forever. It takes a little bit too long to get to it. It's coming right now.
So
then you just groove.
Come on and sing it all night.
We're going to be partying tomorrow all night long.
All night long. What?
All right, I need a News at Noon with Ray. It's
all right.
Because I have one. I got to get Minaric in here.
Huh?
I have one ready to. It's all set. I just need to record it and him put it together all night long with Ray.
Oh no!
See,
Oh no!
That's a YouTube chat special.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
This is bad.
How about
This is
that?
very, very bad.
Oh man!
trouble.
All right, let's give you a chance to win $1,000 right now, shall we?
It's time for Fanatic Parlay Cash.
All right, contest keyword is crown. Use crown in a sentence, Jason.
Not crayon, but crown. C-R-O-W-N.
Correct. Not like my wife says it.
Like the king shall wear his crown.
How about, you want to crown them? Then crown their ass.
That's right.
You have until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code of 45911, 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rolls 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 3, and 5. The word is crown. Hooah! All right, 12 o'clock hour of the program brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months. Rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. You can learn more. ServiceFirstHVAC.com. News at noon. It doesn't matter what comes in the world of sports. The News at Noon with Ray Dunn. Bad Athlete Podcast, angry college coaches, innocuous and random topics. The News at Noon with Ray Dunn. The News at Noon with Ray Dunn. The News at Noon with Ray Dunn.
All right. We're going to start with...
I can't get that time back.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I could start it just seeing Jason react to it in live in person. But yeah, let's get to the news at noon. We're going to start with happy hockey coaches. Rick Tocchet making his way to Pat McAfee. And I know the feelings on Pat McAfee, but he was going after him.
Can McAfee just sit down?
No.
Like, come on, just do the ants in your pants routine standing up doing the shit. Sit down.
Come on. We're talking about being down and out, man. Come on. Pittsburgh, drinking icy light. But we're coming to Pat McAfee. He made the bet with, I guess, Shapiro that if the Flyers won, he'd have to wear a suit. Which, oh man, the horror of having to put on a suit. Wow, that really takes away from your brand. Tocchet did a good job of pressing him, saying that's not a real bet. We need something. We need some real stakes.
I mean, come on, you have to make a legit bet. Like you have to walk to Philly in a Speedo. Like down the
Whoa! You win the Stanley Cup.
That's a real bet.
Hey,
that's a real bet.
You win the Stanley Cup. You got it, pal. How about it? Okay, you win the Stanley Cup. And now, if you don't, we'll see you in the Thunderdome. Yeah, we'll see you in the Thunderdome. Okay, you have to make a visit. You won't have to walk in a Speedo, though. You're head coach of a team. But I will walk to Philadelphia. You guys win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, that's a good incentive. The boys will love it.
You know what?
And you'll pay the bar bills all summer.
All right, forget the walk. One weekend, okay? One weekend. But there will be a cap.
Now, Ocean Drive, at some point in June, July, where the entire bill is paid by Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee in the Ocean Drive would be something, to say the least.
Doing the show from there with all the boys drinking on his tab?
Yeah.
Forget it.
And
you know how hockey players can drink?
Want to be very clear. I got an idea of it at stateside the other night. I want to be very clear. If that happens, we're live from it.
No doubt.
Ray will be there.
No doubt. And I will sit him down to do the show.
You sit McAfee
Now, would Kelsey be able to control himself and not show up?
No, there's
he would be there, right?
He's got to have ownership stake in the OD at this point.
Yep, he would be there. That would be something.
That would be. And, like, does Talk, if they don't win the Cup, have to do the Speedo thing? Like, he would still look good in the Speedo. He's still fit as a fiddle.
So what McAfee had said was you have to come in the Thunderdome, which means you would have to go to Indianapolis to do the show.
Right.
Which he's not going to do.
No.
No, he'll be
Nor
able to
should
do it
he.
again.
No,
Yeah,
he's going
he'll
to tell
do it
McAfee to pound sand.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll be fine with it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they should be.
so that's how he gets out of walking the Philly. Because he's right. Wearing a suit on the show, big deal. Your hockey team losing, like you should have to do a little bit more than that. I don't know if you have to walk to Philly because they lost a first-round series.
I hate the suit, too. And I did Fox on Monday morning, and I got volunteered for it by Ike Richmond. I get a call after I got done doing radio with you on Friday when I stopped in for the pep rally. But the woman from Fox, she goes, thanks for agreeing to do the show on Monday. I go, where did I agree to do the show on Monday morning at 7:45? And I said, I don't have a suit. I can't wear a suit. I don't have one that fits right now, and I'm not buying new clothes until.
So what'd you do?
I went in and just, like, a
you don't
pair
have
of
to.
khakis
You don't
and a thing.
so
I
you
didn't
did
have
good
to.
day. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to
she's like,
wear.
That was fine. So, but like, I don't have suits that fit. Like, my clothes don't fit right now.
I remember I was looking through. I forget when it was, but there was I had Jason Martinez photos when you didn't have the beard and you had the suits. You did the hockey and you always wore the suit down to the Flyers games. And no beard. It's a weird looking Jason Martinez.
I look like a pinhead, don't I?
I gotta find it. I gotta find it.
I think it's the one where I'm standing behind the board in Ray's studio.
Yeah, I think it is.
And I was all suited up one day. Yeah. Mike used to say that I bought my suits at Yesterday's Man. Forget today's man. Yesterday's man.
What a line. I don't remember that.
Yeah. He goes, where'd you get that? Yesterday's man?
Hey, wait, what's that? Your communion suit? You wearing your communion suit?
He used to call it that all the time, too.
That's what I used to get from him, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Too funny.
Moving on, going to basketball. Last night, the Nuggets.
How about that, Ray?
Every time you hear it, Jason, I don't think I can get through an entire segment without talking about it.
No way.
Last night, Nuggets bounced by the Anthony Edwards-less Timberwolves. Timberwolves knock them out in 6 games. After the game, Nikola Jokic on if we were in Serbia, this is how we'd be treated.
Where do you feel like this team is, in that bigger picture, and how far away or not far away do you feel like you guys are from being, a championship contender?
I mean, we just lost in the first half, so I think we are far away.
Do you feel like changes, or like what type of changes you feel like?
I mean, that's not my decision, to be honest. Definitely, if we're in Serbia, we will all get fired.
If we were in Serbia, we'd all be fired.
How does the press conference? Usually you can't hear the question, but you can hear the answer. And this one, you can hear the question clear as day, but I can barely hear the answer.
All these teams, when they get eliminated, they bury the audio and the video, the whole thing.
It's an outrage.
So it's like 24 hours afterwards, and nobody wants to use it. We're using some random Denver guy break it down.
Off his cell phone.
Yep.
It's the only
What are we
clips that go out
doing
there.
here?
Yep.
Clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a regular season game on the road. You would think there'd be something. Yeah, but Jokic he's really interesting. I mean, after they won a title, didn't he not go to the parade because he wanted to go ride horses or something?
He was excited it was over because he just wanted to go home and see his horses.
He wanted to go
He
ride.
hates hoops.
He does.
So he didn't go to the parade?
I think he went to the parade.
And then
but
left right away.
Left like as soon as he could.
God.
He did not look thrilled at the parade. He looked thrilled sitting there with his horses like 2 weeks later. The guy hates hoops. He's a very relatable dude. He hates his job.
He sure does.
His job is just an ends to do what he wants.
A means to an end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right, last one for you here. Keeping it with hoops and going to Charles Barkley. This is the first time on News at Noon we're going to have something from the station featured at News at Noon because it's a follow-up to a story we've been following closely on News at Noon. The relationship of one Charles Barkley with Michael Jordan. They asked the question yesterday. They got the answer on how it all got patched up.
Michael was my best friend for a long time, and I criticized his ability to run an NBA team because I thought he had too many yes men around him. I think it ended up like 13, 14 years ago. The one thing I'm going to do is my job. Because I can't criticize other people if I'm not going to criticize my best friend. And I didn't really think it was that big of a statement. He didn't do a good job when he ran the team. He called me and he went ballistic, called me every name in the book. And we hadn't spoken in like 13, 14 years. And then a friend of mine, Vince Coleman, you guys know Vince Coleman for sure. And he was down playing Michael's golf course and he said, man, I'm sick of the BS of both of you guys. Y'all know y'all love each other and miss each other. So he called me, and I was, hey, boy, what's up? It's good to hear from you. And he says, no, it's me. It's MJ. I was, oh. So what's going on? He said, man, we need to get rid of it to stop this BS. And as soon as basketball is over, I want you to come down to my golf course. He said, you know, it was nothing personal. And I said, it was nothing personal with me and blah, blah, blah. Glad to talk to you again. And as soon as basketball is over, I'll fly down to Florida and play his golf course.
Vince Coleman? Was Willie McGee, was he also involved in it? I mean, are you serious?
Mediator?
Vince Coleman? First of all, Charles is good friends with Vince Coleman. That's interesting in itself.
Yeah.
But, so, do you remember what he said about Jordan? He more or less just said, like, he said, I'm good friends with Michael, but, I got to be honest, he hasn't done a good job running the Bobcats.
Yeah,
I mean,
Charlotte.
Everybody would have agreed with that.
The evidence was there. You look at the record year in and year out. It wasn't good. Just because you were a great player doesn't mean you can be a great coach or a great executive or run an organization great. Sometimes the really good players, they're not good at that stuff because they don't understand. Like, he has abilities and gifts that he doesn't understand that other people don't have. So that they don't understand how, why aren't you seeing this? That's great to hear that those two are back on good terms, though. That makes me happy.
That's silly. You're getting too old to be doing this, man. These guys are in their 60s because Charles, I mean, Jesus, for the amount of criticism that Charles levies to everybody, saying like Michael Jordan, you did a poor job. I mean, you can't even argue with that. It's a fact.
Yeah, it's undeniable.
What is he doing with these glasses, man? I mean, it is.
I got to talk to him. I got to get him to my optometrist. He's got to get some lenses that fit his face. He looks like Beetlejuice with those glasses on. I mean, what is going on? He looks like a grandmother.
Yeah.
I love Charles.
I
know
do
that.
too. He's the best.
And I'm going to go to his steakhouse and I'm going to drop my hard-earned money when it opens. But the goggles he's wearing are bad.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get ones that fit your face. Like, for me, that's hard because I got a small face. But I found these are Spy optics, like I Spy, Like, they're more known for, like, goggles and sunglasses.
All right.
But I've had the same fair frames for, like, 7 years. It's like my fifth one. Because they fit right.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And because all the stupid flyer marketing around all the stuff that I do has me wearing these glasses, so I can't change.
Oh, get me some.
I can't make a change.
I can't see anything. I need glasses.
Charles was fantastic, by the way.
He's the best.
Oh, no. He said, literally,
widely known as the best sports radio guest ever.
Amen to that.
When he used to do 4 hours with Mike, we used to replay it a couple times.
Yeah.
Which was smart because you could ask Charles a question on anything.
Anything.
And he's going to give an interesting answer.
And that answer kept getting better. Not to plug to go watch this at some point, but to plug to go watch this at some point. Go watch the entire interview because the end of that cut, he starts talking about how Michael Jordan hasn't changed in the 15 years. He's like, yeah, Michael's bragging to him that he's richer than him. He's like, I know you got that TV
He's got
money.
a NASCAR team now.
Yeah, but I got real money. Like, I'm richer than you. Basically said, I'm going to take your money on the golf course, and it's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me because I got more money than you. It was a great I can't do it as well as Charles did, so go listen to it. But it was really wonderful.
Those two being tight makes me feel good. Like, I loved their friendship.
They should be.
Even though I had nothing to do with it. Like, I liked their friendship. And the thing about Charles, like, he is so good. One of my greatest accomplishments in my 29 years doing sports radio was when I got Mike to make a bet with Charles. I said, bet him that if the Sixers don't win a game, because he said they may never win another game, that he had to come on every day that they lost until they won. And we got Charles 11 days in a row to come on the show. He had to call every day. So I had a booked guest of Charles Barkley every.
Why don't I remember that? You had mentioned this before, and I still don't remember it.
Nahagian called me in the studio. Goes, that is the most brilliant thing in the world. Because now we have Charles. Because if you got Charles like Nahagian, that's great. We'll replay him. We'll send out the clips.
No, but you're right. It's the best sports radio guest ever.
We had him 11 shows until the Sixers won, when they sucked during the process.
So these are process years?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you and Sean were doing the show.
Is that right?
Yeah. 11 days in a row. Yep.
All right.
One of my greatest accomplishments. and I didn't have to worry about it. I guessed every day.
Yeah, your show is set with as a producer. You're always worried about what you're going to what are we doing tomorrow. Yeah,
4 o'clock, 11 days in a row.
It was 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock every time. Yeah,
and Charles is the one guy that
he called. I would never have to call him. He called.
He really is the best.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the phone lines, which we have people on 610-632-0975. The Davis Honda text line, where on the Davis Honda text line, Ray, you can send voice messages, voice memos, and we have a couple. Let's play one.
Hey, guys. Elliot from Boston. The group chats are an absolute soap opera right now, and it is a beautiful thing to watch. They are scared. They are paranoid. My phone hasn't been this quiet in some time. One more, baby. One more. Let's go.
Yeah. One more this round, no doubt. I am right. Like I am Sixered up. Because I love a frigging Game 7 against Boston.
Can we get Nate? I was listening this morning. They don't take a lot of calls on their morning show. Can we get Nate to listen to Zolak and Bertrand up at our sister station in Boston, Middays, to see what the callers are doing?
Temperature?
I think the callers would be like, I can tell you what I'd be doing if I was a Celtic fan. This is trouble.
Yeah.
Not, hey, we're coming home. They're not letting the Sixers beat them another game. No, I'm saying, man, do we have an answer for what they're doing? This isn't a team that has less talent and is only in this game because they've played their best games and it's a miracle that they're still in there. No, the Sixers can match talent with the Celtics. They just can.
The Sixers are a 7 seed, but their talent is not a 7 seed because they hadn't been together all season.
It's unbelievable that, like, this is what could happen. Paul George, Joel Embiid, Maxey, obviously, and then Edgecombe's developed over the course of the season to where, like, you may not be able to rely on his scoring every night, but damn, that dude's showing up and he's not scared of anything. And this was the template. It's like you have elite talent, you have a couple of max guys, and it's a matter of Embiid being healthy. But the other thing is, like, he's really embracing, it's not just, hey, I have to go out and I have to win this game. It feels like he knows that they have a really good club.
Yeah.
And they can win. They can win without him going. They can win without him going out there and scoring 40 points.
Yeah.
And if Maxey hasn't even played he's played really, really good games. He had a good game last night. Doesn't he have his best game still in him?
I think that his
he can.
bust-out game against the Celtics has not happened yet. And you nailed it before. You nailed it spot. I'll give credit where credit's due. Usually I won't give you this kind of credit.
Thank you.
But getting Maxey going early is priority number one. It's priority number one in this game. Bring the attention to Embiid, bring some attention to Paul George at the three-point line, and get Maxey going. That's the move.
Yep.
They do that,
and it's downhill from there. Because when he plays with confidence, there's not many more confident players in the league than Maxey. And we've seen it. He'll shoot 40. He'll shoot 40-footers, and they're going in, and you know it. Yeah,
like it's nothing to it. It's so annoying that he can just. It's like Steph Curry when he just pulls up and just boom.
Ray, here's a question. All right, better chance in Game 7 they get blown out or they win.
Oh, they win.
I don't see them getting blown out. I really don't.
No,
I didn't see last night's result at all.
I thought they were getting blown out last night.
I thought they were losing. I thought it was gonna be close. But I didn't see them blowing them out. Like, a close win was, like, the most optimistic I could get. Celtics team right now.
On the ropes.
On the ropes. And they have answers. The Sixers have answers. Remember how upset I was about their offense yesterday? When I was like, man, watch this team offensively could be such a drag sometimes. They got answers. They're sharing the basketball. The ball's moving. It's beating the defender to the spot. I mean, it's incredible.
It's a great point. When this team's at its worst, they can't score, man. The game they lost by 30-some. Excuse me. I felt like Oubre was missing shots all night long. You know what I mean? Like, it was like
thunkers.
Yeah, but like they couldn't buy a basket. And when they have to rely on Joel, what happens? Everybody knows it. He's turning the ball over. He gets erratic. Erratic Embiid's bad Embiid. He has not been erratic. He's been good. He was great. He was playing under control. When Embiid's not flopping on the floor and trying to draw too many fouls and everything else that comes with erratic Embiid, that's not good Embiid. He was good Embiid last night, even though he missed 12 of his 18 shots.
And that's what makes me feel really good about Game 7.
Me too.
He missed shots that we know he can make. The rhythm he found in Game 5, that second half, got that offense going,
did.
and it opened up everything for everyone else. Last night, he kind of got going. He just more got to his spots and then diagnosed the defense and started distributing. He could have put up 30 last night. He didn't.
He didn't. Jason nailed it earlier. Game 7's more about him scoring 13 points in a quarter than him scoring 35 in the game.
Yeah, and scoring like 19 in the game.
Yep.
Like a 19, 14, and 11. And getting everybody involved and getting Maxey to go off. And Paul George and that defense again, too.
Give me another voice memo, though, Ray. What do we got? Davis Honda text line.
This is David from Glen Burnie, Maryland, United States military member. I will say this. The Sixers have a definite shot at winning Game 7 in Boston. I'm worried that Boston is going to go bonkers at the three-point line because they have struggled in the last 2 games, and that's a little scary. On the Flyers, yes, they're playing with house money, but they could also shock the world by going to the conference finals, because I know they match up kind of well with Carolina. I just don't know if we have the horses to go.
I don't know that they match up well.
Realistically, you work for the Flyers. Realistically, how tough of a matchup is this against Carolina?
Very tough matchup. They are a very good team. There is no doubt. And they play their system and structure that the coach wants, Rob Rindamore, to a T. There's no team that sticks to what they want to do and forces you to play that way more than Carolina in the NHL, especially over the last 5 years. That's my opinion. And they haven't won a cup. But they are a team that wears you down because they own the puck. And when you have the puck, it's less exhausting than when you're chasing the puck.
Right. All right, so we have phone calls, we have voice memos, we have text messages, all at the same number of 610-632-0975. Coming up, we'll get back to the Sixers. Mark Jackson going to join us, your boy Mark Jackson.
Cool. That's right.
That's at 1 o'clock. Coming up next, a potpourri segment, Jason.
I love potpourri.
Phillies are undefeated with Don Mattingly.
Donnie Baseball.
The Eagles have given out number 9, which I don't like it.
I don't have a problem with it at all.
We'll discuss it coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5. All right, your garage floor, is it crack stained or peeling? I did have someone reach out to me to say, I didn't realize that my garage floor was terrible until you started talking about Comer and Cross. ComerCross.com, C-O-M-E-R Cross.com. If your garage floor is crack stained, peeling, it's time for an upgrade because Comer and Cross will transform your entire garage floor, and it happens in just one day. That's right, one day, and right now you're getting 50% off installation, and this is not epoxy or paint. A Comer and Cross floor is the gold standard, guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift ever, and they handle everything for you. They move the items out. They repair the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor, and you're getting 50% off installation. It's fast, clean, and built to last. It's the perfect showroom finish for when you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Call them, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, the website, ComerCross.com. C-O-M-E-R Cross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
We're talking about a Game 7. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers forcing a Game 7 with a 106-93 win over the Celtics in Game 6. Tyrese Maxey went for 30. Paul George had 23 points. Joel Embiid nearly had a triple-double. The vibes were great down in South Philadelphia last night. Take a listen to how it sounded right here on The Fanatic.
Maxey signaling to the crowd in Iversonian orchestral like a conductor at the orchestra. Let me hear you. Maxey makes the free throws and finishes off a 30-point game.
It was a great night down in South Philadelphia. Now tomorrow night in Boston, Game 7, 7:30. You can hear it right here on The Fanatic. Also tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on WMMR, the Flyers and the Hurricanes. The beginning of the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. If all that's not enough for you, the Phillies have figured out how to win again. They swept the Giants out of Philly. They won 2 games yesterday, the doubleheader via the walk-off they had to Miami for the weekend. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
That voice, man.
I got to tell you, I like the Yacht Rock Fridays for the summer.
We're trying to sell it.
Absolutely.
Next, I think we're one Friday in June. We're at Parks, but that's for FIFA. But it'll be a Yacht Rock Friday.
Hey, get it sold to like an outboard motor company for boating.
Yeah, I feel like we should be on a boat.
Evan Rude.
Well, what I was saying was, if you're a bar restaurant out there, like a Cheeky's and Pizza in Northeast Philly, that it's an unbelievable outside patio.
Deck, yeah.
I mean, you know,
come on, the shoe fits.
Little Yacht Rock Friday.
Let's put it on.
Drink some cocktails.
Yeah, come
Give
up
me
with
some
some
crab fries.
Yacht Rock Friday drinks and appetizer menu.
DJ Sean Brace afterwards.
I love it.
Plays all your favorite Yacht Rock tunes.
Yeah, I love that.
I Uber to work.
Ray gets drunk, smokes cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a great plan.
It's a good fit. All right, I want to take this phone call. All right, so real fast. Phillies win yesterday. They have 2 walk-offs yesterday. The second game was in extra innings. They had the runner on second base. Bryson Stott bunts him over the third, and then Alec Bohm hits a sacrifice fly, and they win. Now, they come back.
Manufactured it.
They come back in the 9th inning, and then they blow it because they had runners on first and second with no outs, and Trey Turner grounds into a double play. Because I was actually watching that. It was during the Sixers game. That was in the second quarter of the Sixers game, I think. I flipped over, and I was going back and forth.
You got to get a separate screen, bro.
Yeah, I use my phone.
Step it up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I use my phone. Typically, I watch most of my TV on my phone.
No wonder your eyes are shot.
Well, it's one of the reasons.
It's not helping.
So Phillies win 3 straight. It's amazing. You've changed nothing except the manager, but you've got good starting pitching, and you've had timely hitting. You've hit well when you needed to, Ray. Just like we drove it up.
Yeah, man. When you get hits when you need them, turns out it works a lot better for you. Jesus Luzardo goes 7 innings. That's something for you. Christopher Sanchez battled after a tough first inning.
Yep.
Amazing how all this works. Bowman Stott carry their weight.
Yeah. Look, firing the manager sometimes is the shock paddles to the coyoons you need.
Yep.
And look, I think the players felt bad.
They did.
I'd feel bad. He's a good man.
Yeah, I'd feel bad.
You know, I'd feel bad too.
Good club.
And look, now all of a sudden they're doing the right things. Why do they fire guys in the middle of a season in sports? Because it works.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, we saw it with Girardi. If people really had the question of like, oh, what's firing Rob Thompson going to do? I mean, come on, give me a break. Look what happened with Joe Girardi.
Oh, they had a party after that, though.
Yeah, but the difference is they hated Girardi.
Yeah.
They didn't hate Thompson.
No.
That doesn't matter. Sometimes
has the same effect.
Even if Mattingly's not going to do anything a lot different, he had him out there bunting and stuff, so they're working on some fundamental things.
They manufactured a run.
They did.
With a sac fly. You don't see that.
See a lot.
That's not analytics in baseball.
No, it's not what they
That's
do.
Bad launch angle, Johnny Marks.
Sometimes a little cynical. You think Don Mattingly has been in baseball long enough to realize, hey, managerial change. You know what we're going to do when the media gets here? We're going to have Kyle Schwarber bunting to send a nice message to everyone in town. We're working on those fundamentals.
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to lay down a nice bunt and try and leg it out.
Yeah.
Said no one ever.
But I do think that like the wake-up call for the team is, hey, the manager just got fired. Guess what? If this goes south, guess what happens? If they finish 10 games, 5 games under 500, like the core could get broken up. This is where guys start to get traded. Especially in this town, when things go south, they go south fast.
Yeah. Yep. And you're right. They could break this whole thing up.
Dombrowski loses his job. Somebody comes in and says, you know what, John Middleton says, you know what? I don't want to have a $350 million payroll for not winning.
I don't have a $350 million loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They made John Middleton cry.
They did.
With no, I'm paying $350 and no playoff gate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can have this payroll because they make a lot of money when you sell out the ballpark.
Yeah.
And they're selling out the ballpark. All right, so that's the Phillies. So Mekhi Lemon, the first-round draft pick of the Eagles.
I'm excited about Mekhi Lemon.
I am too. He's going to be wearing number 9. He asked Nick Foles for permission. Nick Foles, of course, said yes. Would Nick Foles ever say no?
No, he's like the nicest guy in the world.
He should say no. Because
really?
I love Mekhi Lemon. I mean, here's
he doesn't own the number 9.
Yeah, but here's who's allowed to have number 9. Your next franchise quarterback. I'm not giving
a receiver.
I'm not giving a backup quarterback. Tanner McKee gets drafted. Hey, can I have number 9? No, you can't have number 9. Dumbass.
Say no.
Right? Like, what's his name? Who's the quarterback they drafted this year?
Cole Payton.
Cole Payton. Hey, I want number 9.
The lefty.
How about this? No. Wide receiver, I want number 9. No. Go get an 80-something. All right? No.
89? 89 be fine with you?
If I'm giving up, yes, 89 would be fine. If they give up number 9, it has to be to an elite young quarterback, not to a wide receiver.
First of all, I don't like the single-digit number for a wide receiver. Anyway, I don't like single-digit jerseys.
I
don't have any problem with him wearing 9 because of Foles.
I'm with
I
you.
love Foles.
I do too. But all right, so what if we said 12? Randall Cunningham's number is unofficially retired. No one's worn 12. What if he said I want 12?
I wouldn't care.
I mean,
it's not retired.
First of all, I'm not asking Randall for permission.
And what did Randall win?
He didn't win anything. That's my point.
Yeah.
So if you're going to give out 9, first of all, I tell Lemon no. We're not giving out 9. Like, don't even ask Nick Foles. But he asked Nick Foles. I mean, have people asked Randall before and they said no? I mean, 'cause Randall, what has he accomplished? To your point, he didn't in Philadelphia. He won 1 playoff game.
Yeah.
All right.
He was great, but he was fun to watch.
But it's bigger than that. He was important for the NFL.
Presence.
He transitioned a different type of quarterback in the NFL. He was the ultimate weapon.
He was the first one.
He was. He really was
groundbreaking. Like Iverson in the NBA with the hip hop lifestyle was groundbreaking.
Same thing. Ray, where are you on this? Makai Lemon, number 9.
I want him to wear number 11 because I just wanted that storyline.
Yeah,
I want him
taking
to
A.J.
get
Brown's
AJ's
number.
Yeah, you can't take it while A.J. Brown's still an Eagle, which is very clear. A.J. Brown's still an Eagle. Anyone you ask in that organization will let you know. I don't love it, to be honest with you.
Why? Because Foles wore it?
Yes.
But
I don't have a problem with it.
I think I'm starting to come more to the side of like, all right, like time moves on here. It was an amazing run, but like, if we're going to give it to someone, you give it to someone who's the first-round pick that you expect to be a big part of your organization. Now, if we end up with, like, an Aguilar, and with all due respect to a guy that helped you win a Super Bowl, like, God forbid, a Jalen Reagor arc here, this is going to look really bad.
Yes. You know what? I didn't even think of that. And I don't believe for a second Lemon's going to be that. So, to your point, you're giving it to a safe bet. This guy's he's going to wear the number 9 proud.
Yeah, I would, like, for me, I would rather it be someone that came in like an A.J. Brown-esque acquisition where it's like, this guy's a star in the league. We're giving him 9, and 9 means something for this organization.
Well, Foles shouldn't even have worn it then because Jeff Garcia wore number 9. Jim McMahon wore number 9.
He sure did.
Rodney Pete wore number 9.
Joe Pisarcik, I think, wore number 9 when he was an Eagle.
So did Roger Ruzek, the punter. Who framed Roger Ruzek?
If he did wear 9. If you're Joe Pisarcik, how do you go from the Miracle of the Meadowlands to being a backup for the Eagles?
Yeah.
Well, you need a job, I guess, but still,
Vince Young, another Eagle quarterback.
Is he number 9?
Number 9.
All right, well, no one should wear it after.
Sonny Jurgensen wore number 9.
Right, so everybody wore 7 after Ron Jaworski, so he didn't have the unofficial retirement, and he went to a Super Bowl, which I'm fine with. And I saw somebody put this in the comments. Nick Foles has a statue. So what if they give out the 9? It's not a real statue. It's a Bud Light advertisement. It's not a statue. You agree with that? It's not a real statue.
It's not yeah, I do agree.
It's not a real statue. It's a Bud Light. Bud Light paid to have that statue. That's not the Eagles saying, we're going to honor Nick Foles, and they're unveiling the statue of Nick Foles. That's not how it happened.
Yeah. Now, 89, Chad Lewis wore 89.
Calvin Williams.
No, you can't.
Calvin
you can't
Williams.
give away Chad Lewis' number.
Garrett Mills.
Yeah, he can do 89. No, listen, I love the kid, and I'm going to be a big fan, but I'm just not happy that they gave the 9 to a wide receiver.
The jokes write themselves, though. Top 2 receivers, 6 and 9. I mean, Devontae and Makai Lemon, come on.
I still don't even know what that whole 6 and whatever.
Well, say it's not 6'7".
No, it's not 6'7".
You know 6'7"?
Yeah, I don't know what it even means.
6'7". All right, coming up, my cousin Mike is on the line.
Cousin Mike?
He lives in Atlanta
Not
area.
Cousin Ed.
He lives in Georgia. He's going up to the game tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
Correct. We also have Alex in Bethlehem who's been.
He's going to TD Garden.
He's going. No, he's going to the Flyers game.
Oh, he's going to Flyers game. Okay, so he's going to Raleigh.
And then we have D in West Philly who wants Embiid gone.
What? Like that's the time to think about that?
So he said, "I don't care what happens tomorrow. I'm done with Embiid."
Yucky.
Well, I was like that yesterday.
Yeah, but they won Game 6
ago.
John, they won Game 6. You're allowed to change.
All right, that's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The C.
of losing to them. So we have a chance to accomplish, something special.
I was tired of my lady.
Joel, see, just like that.
I was tired of the Celtics.
Just like that, right? I want them to win. Like, this feels like would be a big win for Joel. It'd be some vindication. It would.
It's a big moment for him.
It is a big moment for him.
And we didn't know if he would have the opportunity for more big moments.
I mentioned earlier, Julius Erving was always going to be Julius Erving and a big star. He would not be looked at the same if they didn't win a championship. And even though Moses came in and was the driving force behind that, because listen, Doc retired a couple years later, so he was at the tail end of his career.
He really was, yeah.
But still, it made his career. He won a championship. Dan Marino. Dan Marino was a prolific passer, the first of his kind, right? He never won a championship, never really sniffed the Super Bowl. So that's something that will always be talked about with Dan Marino.
Barkley too.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Yep. And think about Mike Schmidt. He couldn't do it he needed Pete Rose to come in. And
amazing. He went 3 MVPs, but if he doesn't win that one World
Gold
Series,
Glove all the time.
Right. So with Embiid, it's not even a championship. If he can get to an Eastern, they haven't been to an Eastern Conference final.
He hasn't gotten past the second round.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Barkley actually talked about it yesterday. Ray, do you remember talking about when I said Embiid's had a much better career than Barkley has as a Sixer? And there were a lot of people that were like, "Whoa, hang on a second, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, really." And Barkley talked about it yesterday with Bill and Ricky.
Yeah.
And he said it. And he said, "Could you imagine if this guy could stay healthy? Would he be able to do?"
Yeah, and had the requisite pieces around him.
Right, because Charles never had a good team around him once all Doc and all those guys were done.
Yeah, they were at the end.
So, who was the second best player that he played with? Hersey Hawkins?
Probably, yeah.
And what's that? And listen, Hersey was
And they missed the opportunity at Brad Doherty.
Man, so they totally screwed it up. So it's not like Charles had a great team, and he did play against Jordan. They never
it was
made
the Pistons too,
and it was the Pistons in the late '90s, which turned into Jordan.
Late '80s,
yeah, late '80s into early '90s, and then it was Jordan. But they never sniffed even an Eastern Conference final.
No,
so they were. Yeah,
the East was a monster. You had Boston. You had, at that point in the late '80s, you're still.
You had Boston '87. They won a title, I believe, in '87
so.
Into back-to-back Pistons, and then the Bulls started their run.
Yep.
And Barkley was gone in Phoenix by then anyway in 1992.
Yep. And yeah, you're right. And then the Bulls win 2. They miss out on 2 because Houston wins back-to-back while Jordan is playing baseball, and then he comes back and they win 2 more.
All right, here's Barkley talking about it yesterday.
In their prime, yourself, Joel Embiid, who's a better player?
Joel Embiid.
Really?
If he had a 10-year window where he was 100% healthy, first of all, it wouldn't be Joker. It would be him because he's a better defender. Like, if he could stay healthy, he'd win 2 or 3 MVPs. He's already won 1. But if he had been the thing is, he's lost 6 or 7 years in his prime. And you guys know, you ain't going to get better or healthier as you get older. People get mad when I make this joke. Old people don't get healthy, they die.
They do.
And he's right. And by the way, he's selling himself short, too. Because Barkley, even late in his career, he was a double-double machine. When he wasn't scoring as much, even in his last years, he was still averaging 12, 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
And he's doing it at 6'4" and a half.
There's the huge thing here. Injuries are part of the equation, though. They are. Embiid has averaged in his 10 years in the league, by the way, 49 games a season. That's his average. And averaged 27.6 points. What do you think Barkley averaged? He played here 8 years. He played in 610 games.
Just in Philadelphia, what did he average?
Yeah.
24 points a game.
23.3.
Yep. And he probably averaged, because when he stopped scoring as much later on, he's probably like a 20 and a 12 guy for career.
For his career, 11.6.
Okay.
He was a great rebounder.
No, he was an elite, best rebounder. Him and Rodman were the best rebounders.
4.4 offensive rebounds per game.
Yeah, he had that big old butt.
Yeah.
He would just
and he
box
knew
you
where
out.
to park it.
Yep.
And he could jump through the ceiling.
And he was just athletic. Early Charles Barkley, where he would get the rebound, take it down the floor, go behind the back, and then slam.
Yeah.
And he was like a freight train. You weren't stopping him.
Well, and he looked
Charles.
like the plump kid that lived down the street.
Yeah, he did.
Like he was all butt and gut. You know what I mean? I mean, ridiculous how good he was.
If they had GLPs back in the late 90s or late 80s.
He may be one of the best 5th overall picks in any sport.
Yeah.
I mean, a 5th overall and you get Charles.
All right, let's take a couple phone calls there. D's calling from West Philly. D is the anti-Joel Embiid caller. D, go ahead. What's up? D, hello.
Yeah, hello. Sorry.
What's up, D?
You got it, D. What up?
Yeah, what's going on? Sorry, man. Sorry, guys.
You're all right.
Sorry. Yeah. Real quick though, I'm a 4 for 4 guy. Three generations in. My grandma died on Super Bowl 2018, and I got the blood. Yeah, I went to the hospital. Got to tell her we gonna win today, Grandma. She smiled, and we won the Super Bowl. So I'll never forget. I love the Eagles, and I'll never let that go. But real quick, I got some takes on Embiid. Real quick, I'm gonna be fast, and y'all just respond to it.
All right.
So I had to write it down because I was driving. So my thing is this: are we maximizing the present or are we delaying the future with Embiid? Availability is a skill, right? That's a skill. You don't build dynasties around it. The postseason has consistently exposed the same problem: limited durability at the most important time of the year. That's not bad luck anymore. That's a pattern. Yeah. Number 2, financial gravity is real. A max contract tied to inconsistent availability becomes a roster anchor. I've been saying this all season. It's limits flexibility, depth, and long-term planning. In today's NBA, depth and adaptability wins just as much as star power.
If not more.
Right. Number 3,
availability is the best ability in sports.
Right. The team's identity is stuck in limbo. I've been saying this 3 seasons ago. With Embiid, the Sixers are always contenders on paper. Without them, they're forced to improvise. The duality prevents the organization from committing to a clear style of play. We all seen that, whether that's pace, spacing, or defense. Y'all talked about that yesterday with Maxey. He don't know what to do when Embiid's there. That's part of it. I'm gonna go real quick. 4, the window may not match the rest of the roster. If your core pieces are developing or trending younger, building around a player with increasing injuries concerns creates a mismatch. You either go all in now or you pivot fully. Straddling both is how teams stay stuck in second-round purgatory. I got more, but I'm going to go with that, guys. How do y'all feel?
I don't like your timing.
Thanks, D.
Like, I just want to be excited about the game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And knocking out Boston.
Agreed. So after game 5, Sean and I both came on, and it was an exciting win. Sean and I both came on. I started slapping myself across the face because I wanted to be excited and people tuning in.
I couldn't get there.
I even said on the air, I'm aware that people are tuning in because they're excited that the Sixers won, and I have to be aware of that. I don't want to bring them down. But also, I can't help thinking, like, oh, my God, does this mean that we're going to extend this or we're going to run this back? And one more win has me thinking, Jason, you know what? Maybe that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
Look, just live in the moment a little bit.
That's what I'm doing.
Let's just enjoy it because you got a Game 7 against a city that we despise when it comes to basketball. I mean, despite going right back to Larry Bird and Kevin McHale and Parrish. And,
well, I mean, even
all of them.
I mean, Paul Pierce was extremely annoying. You know, you could have had him instead of Larry Hughes.
Larry Allen was there.
Who was the 3-point shooter that used to shake his butt? He kind of got fat. He got into financial problems. Oh, what's his name? I'm blanking. Same era. Great 3-point shooter. I hated him.
So this is late 80s?
No. 2000s.
Oh, 2000. Oh, the Paul Pierce era.
Yeah. During some
he went to Connecticut.
I don't remember.
Did he go to UConn? Who's the guy I'm thinking of?
I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, live in the moment. Enjoy the moment. Like it's not easy being a winter sports fan around here for the last couple of years. Like let's
Antoine Walker.
Yes, he did have a big ass. Yeah. But like it's been good being an Eagle fan. And it's been really decent being a Phillies fan. But the winter sports have been disappointing.
Not good.
For a long time. So let's enjoy it.
We talk a lot about the Flyers, and it's been this many years since the Cup, and it's been this many years since the last playoff win. It's been this many years for whatever. The Sixers have been to one Eastern Conference final since 1985.
Yeah.
That's almost impossible to do. That's 41 years.
Yeah. And they haven't won, obviously, a title since 83.
Right.
Like the notion is, the Flyers won one in 50 years, 74, 75. And look, it's hard to win in sports.
It sure is.
It's really hard to win. And we look at these other organizations and we go, well, this team's won since we haven't. Well, Like, you look at, the Rangers, they won in 94. That's the only one they've won in 80-some years.
So coming up, Mark Jackson is going to join us at 1:30. But coming up next.
Can't wait.
So we took a listen to what's going up in Boston on the Sports Hub, our sister
cool.
station.
Yeah.
We have a couple of callers reacting to the loss last night and their thoughts on Game 7. We have that. Your phone calls, Cousin Mike. I'm going to get you coming up next as well. Thanks for holding. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
And get me tomorrow night. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update because we got two big games to talk about tomorrow night. First, Game 7, Sixers, Celtics. It was forced because of a great Game 6 by your 76ers. 106-93. The Sixers win it over the Celtics to force that Game 7. Tyrese Maxey at 30 points. Paul George, 23 points. It was a party down in South Philly.
Maxey signaling to the crowd in Iversonian orchestral like a conductor in the orchestra. Let me hear you.
A lot of fun down in South Philadelphia. That's how it sounded right here on The Fanatic, and you'll be able to hear Game 7 right here on The Fanatic. Tomorrow night, 7:30 tip-off between the Sixers and Celtics. That's enough for you. Flyers, Game 1 against the Hurricanes, second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. You can listen to that game on our sister station, WMMR. And the Phillies, they've just won 3 in a row. They swept the Giants, won 2 games yesterday via the walk-off. They've started to figure it out as we move towards May. This update's brought to you by True Green. True Green's the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com. Get your first application for $9.95. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Lead 98-78. 5 minutes to go. And the crowd with a standing ovation, a sellout of over 19,000.
Oh, look, crisscross coming back.
Theme to Arthur. I love Christopher Cross.
He's coming to the man
I
this
know.
summer, too.
I want to go.
Uncle Jamie's going. Here it comes. Here's Ray's part. In the moon in New York City. Does this dude make big-time bank?
He must have, because he had some huge hits. He really did. Like, Sailing is a huge
hit, yeah.
Huge.
But, I mean, it's a huge hit, but like outside the yacht rock community, it's.
But you still hear these songs. Like, I remember hearing these songs at Wanamaker's. Yeah. You know, like on the elevator. Like, they would play. Remember Wanamaker's? Or Strawbridges?
I was actually thinking about this. There's because I'm a Strawbridges kid. I'm a Wanamaker's kid. My grandmother.
You're not a Boscov's baby?
No.
Neither.
My grandmother used to, anytime she would shop for Christmas or birthdays, every time it was Strawbridges.
Yeah.
And she said, I got to go to Strawbridges.
Yeah.
And so I can still picture the box that you would get at Strawbridges.
Yeah.
Now, my other grandmother,
I still have some of those boxes, Johnny Marks, like with like Christmas ornaments in them.
Do you really?
That when my parents passed, like we took all their stuff.
But that's where you put the ornaments.
Yeah.
Strawbridges.
Strawbridges or Wanamaker's box.
John Wanamaker. Oh.
But Bloomingdale's was really too upscale.
Yeah, we were never a Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
Blooming what?
When that came to King of Prussia Mall with all that glass, it was like, whoa.
Now, I mean, listen, now I use the Bloomingdale's app. I'm not telling you I haven't
Yeah.
changed. But so my cousin Mike, that wasn't our grandmother was Santerians. Santerians was in Hatboro.
Oh.
And it was one of these, it was a department store, but it's one of the smaller local
boutique
department stores.
store.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I was probably like, I don't know, middle school. And I wanted to wear boxer shorts. I wanted to start wearing boxer shorts.
I remember that too.
And I was
transitioning from the Fruit of the Looms.
And you're at the age where you don't have money to buy it yourself, but I got to try to explain to my mom, I don't want to wear tighty whities. I want to wear boxer shorts.
Yeah.
And I'm in Santerians in Hatboro, and I tell her, I'm not trying to tell her, I'm just trying to tell her, like, hey, I want these. It was like a 3-pack of Fruit of the Loom boxer shorts. Nothing special or anything like that.
Yeah, something a little looser.
And I hand it to her, and she goes, boxer shorts? You want to wear boxer shorts? And I'll never forget people looking at us like, what is that woman yelling boxer shorts about? I was so embarrassed. Boxer shorts? What do you want to wear boxer shorts for?
Yeah.
And it was at Santerians in Hatboro.
Yeah, because I want to let the boys loose a little bit. I want to hang a little here.
All right, let's get.
I remember that transition to boxer shorts around 7th grade.
It was probably 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had all the tighty whities, and I was like, "Oh my god, these things are killing me! I can't breathe anymore."
Breathe a little bit.
Ray still's waiting to have the conversation with his mom. He's wearing tighty whities.
Oh my god,
it's so much pain, man.
In this day and age, you're all pent up. Gotta let those boys fly a little bit.
Oh, cousin Mike calling from Savannah, Georgia, who will be attending
Beautiful
and
town.
driving up to the Flyers game 1. Hello, Michael. How are you, buddy?
Doing good, John. Jason, good to hear you back on the air. I was thrilled when you and John got together.
Thank you.
You're
I
one
appreciate
of the
it.
true hockey minds of this generation.
Listen, there's not many people out there that knows more
for
hockey than
NHL
me.
over there.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Philadelphia community lost a great hockey mind and a great friend of mine last fall, and we're all rooting for the Flyers for his memory. But yeah, I'm driving up tomorrow. I'm sitting behind the net. The Flyers attacked twice.
Oh, so you're sitting behind Freddie Anderson.
I got my Wawa hoagie this morning. I filled my tank with gas at Wawa. I am
good
wearing my 1983 Bob Froese jersey. I mean, I'm
Frosty.
Oh man.
Froese.
So hang on. So
Yeah.
Mike, you had texted me a couple days ago. Was this true? Carolina was trying to stop Flyers fans from getting tickets. Explain it.
Really?
Yes, you can only buy tickets if you're a North Carolina or South Carolina resident with a little, bubble of Southern Virginia. And it says right on the disclaimer that if you live outside of this zone and purchase tickets, they can be repossessed at any time.
That's so weak. That's a Tom Dundon
They can
owner. He is a
repossess
boob and a
them?
half.
Oh my God.
This guy is awful. He's known as one of the worst owners when no star players want to go play there. That's why when they acquired
It's a shame 'cause
Rantanen
it's a
last year,
gorgeous arena.
he's like, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not going to extend with you. And they had to move him. They had to move him to Dallas.
Wow, that's awesome.
Meanwhile,
wanna give,
Dallas got bounced last night.
Right.
Credit, too, to Briere and Jonesy, two moves that have gone totally unnoticed right now because the people that took their place are doing so well. We got rid of Delorier and Bobby Brink at the trade deadline.
Brink's been a healthy
and that
scratch at
opened up
times.
Well, he was a healthy scratch, but it was still someone.
No, in
you had to
Minnesota.
think about, am I going to play him tonight?
Yeah.
Right. He went to
Well, that
Minnesota, got
opened up a
Pierce
lot of
back,
options. It opened up a lot of
It
options
did.
with Martone coming,
and
obviously.
people took advantage.
Yeah.
People took advantage of those options and made Tockett's job incredibly hard. Who do you start game one?
All right. Well, listen,
You know?
Mike, we need an update on Monday. All right.
How about who's doing the post game show?
So here's the problem. We have the Sixers, so we have a conflict. So the Sixers take priority on the Fanatic, and then MMR gets the Flyers game.
Yeah.
So I believe when the Flyers game's going to be over, they'll already be in Sixers post game. So
Provided there's no overtime.
Yeah, we're going to do our YouTube post game show. But yeah, so but listen, call in 610-632-0975.
Dude, represent hard down there with that Bobby Froese jersey, number 35.
You know it.
I wore
All right,
35
buddy.
as well.
There he is, Cousin Mike.
Not because of Bob Froese, but I
No?
wore 35 as well, yeah.
Why 35?
I don't know. I just like the combination of numbers. Like I like a 2-digit. I wish I would have wore 37 instead, but I wore 30. Ended up wearing 35, but I like both. My son ended up wearing 37
Look
as
at
a
you.
player. Yeah, so.
My number was 5.
You were a single-digit guy.
I'm a little guy. You can't put me in a double-digit number.
I would say no.
I was
Did you ask
5.
McNabb?
I did. It was before McNabb. Ray, what were you? Probably single-digit? 21?
Yeah.
After?
I was born on the 21st. I don't know. I like the number
MJ?
21. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Sometimes I was 15. Can't really give you a good explanation of that either.
Steve Jeltz, his rookie year.
Well, John Mayberry Jr. probably. If I had to
That's
guess.
true.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I wore number 1 originally.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, nah, I can't wear this because of Bernie. And I didn't like just the 1 on the jersey. It didn't take up enough real estate. With a big long last name like mine, you can't wear a single digit.
You know what? It's a great point.
You cannot wear a single digit. When the nameplate is 10 times longer than the number, it looks goofy. You know what I mean?
All right, so up in Boston. So I was listening this morning. They don't take a lot of phone calls on their morning show, but you could tell like the hosts were, because they'd been saying all week, the only way the Celtics don't win the series is if they shoot like they did. What game did they shoot really poorly? The
5.
others, no, before that, game 2.
Game 2.
Oh, game 2.
And they said that's not going to happen.
That's when the Sixers won.
Yeah, so the Sixers won. They said that's not going to happen. So then they lose game 5, and it's like, like nobody thought the Sixers were winning game 6.
Yeah.
Then they win game 6. So the tone this morning was, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like this, like the Sixers could win this. And they weren't like freaking out, yelling, and screaming. They were like, wow, this could be a potential problem.
Yeah. We could be talking off season come Monday.
Which no one was expecting.
Yeah.
In fact, the one host on the mornings, Fred Tutcher, had said that we don't even need, like, more or less, we don't even need to play the rest of it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Celtics for literally, it's like, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Let's just play the finals right now. Well, the Sixers have said something about this. So this is Bertrand and Zolak. This is their midday show. All right, so here's a couple callers from this morning.
Let's go to Jim. He's in Swampscott. Jim.
Hey, good morning, Mark.
What's up?
So, it's playoff time, and it's proven now they're just soft. It's like when you played basketball for the Catholic school, and then you went and you played against the public school, and they kicked your ass, and they stole your lunch. That's what's happening to the Celtics. If the three's not raining from the outside, they're done. Phillies got bad boys. The Knicks have bad boys. The Celtics have no bad boys.
Oh, wow. See, here's the problem for Boston. Come Monday, they could be talking about both winter teams being out. I think Boston's getting bounced by the Sabres tonight.
The Bruins are 3-2?
3-2 in the favor of the Sabres.
Right.
They're getting bounced tonight. And the Celtics are going to get bounced tomorrow night.
Because the Bruins weren't a top team this year.
They're pretty good, but
if they lost, there'd be disappointment. There wouldn't be shock.
Yeah, but it's the Buffalo who gets in all of a sudden as a 1 seed. They're the first wild card team.
Right.
And they had a really good retool come back at it this year, and good goaltending from Jeremy Swayman, who's a Vezina finalist. And they could be out tonight, getting bounced in 6, and the Celtics could be bounced tomorrow. Meanwhile, Philadelphia would have a team moving on, beating the Celtics in round 1 to go to round 2, and maybe a path. And the Flyers beating their cross-state rival in Pittsburgh in 6.
Right. What was Sean Brace was calling it a shoebox bet. for the Celtics.
Yeah.
First of all, he said if the Sixers win 2 games, he would grow a rat tail. So he has to grow a rat tail.
Wow, a tail.
And he didn't remember saying it, neither did I. We had to go back. Someone reminded us we had to go back and listen to it.
Someone had the timestamp of the date when he said it within like 5 minutes.
I'll grow a tail, he said. A rat tail.
He said a rat tail. So he has to grow a rat tail.
A little rat tail out of
when he
that.
gets back. But he also said the shoebox bet as far as the Celtics winning. What was it? Like you would have to put up
$50,000 to win like 3.
Yeah, you would have to like the odds at the time he said it.
Ugly money on it.
You would have to put $50,000 up to win. I think 3,800 was what we figured it out to be.
So they were probably a minus 135-ish from the series.
Oh no, it was like minus 3,000.
Oh wow,
it was ridiculous. What makes it a shoebox bet is that he's going to end up losing everything on it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because you throw everything in the shoebox.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see here right now on the series. Ray, what would you say the series odds are right now?
I would say the Celtics are a minus 160.
Minus 305.
Wow.
Wow, still
Oh, so
huge.
still huge
number.
Plus 245. So to keep that in context, Game 6, the Flyers were minus 285, I think, and that's in Game 6.
To win the series.
To win the series.
Yep.
So
two chances.
But again, the Celtics, like the odds right now on the Celtics are 7.5-point favorites to win Game 7 in Boston.
Yep.
I think that is more of a Celtic line than anything else. But it doesn't mean that the odds makers aren't off, because you can just not even be watching this series and say, "Oh, all right, like the Celtics aren't losing Game 7 in Philly or in Boston." But if you really paid attention to Game 5 and Game 6 and what the Sixers were able to do to the team, and do the Celtics, man, like it just. The Celtics look spooked. They look shook.
Well, the odds makers didn't know that the Sixers would have all 3 guys on the floor and be able to play the team game they're playing. It wasn't we didn't have that data available before the series started.
Could you say that Paul George is the biggest player? Ray, is Paul George the biggest factor in Game 7? If you get the Paul George that you had, because it's not only the shooting, it's defense. He locked down Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
he changed the dynamic of that Celtics. Right, so they're gonna try to make a move on that. The Celtics obviously have to adjust, but if you get a Paul George that can score 20 points and hit some threes
and defend,
because I feel like Maxey, you're gonna get good Maxey. I mean, Embiid.
It feels like this stock answer just say Embiid. This entire thing. I mean, he's the biggest advantage you have. They have no front court.
But he shot 6 of 18, and they had maybe their best game of the series.
Right, but he looked great shooting 6 of 18.
The biggest dynamic difference maker, though, is Paul George, because he can lock down Jaylen Brown and he can run the floor. Like, did you see the play where he runs the floor and goes behind the back to Edgecombe for the dunk?
That was maybe the. Do we have that? Do you have that call? That was where
that was a wow moment.
That's where it's like, holy crap! Like, these guys are good.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Paul George at this point in his career to be able to run the floor like that, and then go behind the back bounce pass to VJ Edgecombe.
So is this? We have one more phone call. All right, play it. Good.
Embiid on the back down. Tatum comes to double on the back, and Oubre gets a jam. What a dish by Embiid. A behind the back bounce pass.
Embiid.
Kelly Oubre from the right baseline gathered it and then dunked it. Brown down the lane. Brown rejected by the Sixers. Here comes the run out. George behind his back to VJ, and he slams it. Timeout Boston. What a game. Sixers 69. Boston 54. Are you kidding me? VJ Edgecombe slams it in.
It's one of those. It was one of those
sequence.
It was one of the sequences in the game where they're creeping closer to getting single digits, and just like that, it goes back to 15.
Yeah, and the run out, the D up and run out, is the huge thing.
Yep.
I mean that right there. Have you seen the video with Denver Barkey and Porter Martone sitting right there under that basket?
Yes.
And they see that, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, what a
fans
play.
are freaking out.
What a play.
Because of the whole sequence of 2 behind the back passes, one to Oubre for the dunk, one to VJ Edgecombe for the dunk.
And Ray was there.
My buddy and I nearly went over the row in front of us celebrating that. We stood up, we're pushing each other like, can you believe we're here for this?
And
This
they call
is actually
timeout,
happening.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just gives the fans a minute to savor it. I said this the other night, like when you eat a really good steak, you don't brush your teeth right after.
Right.
You leave the taste of the steak in your mouth. Like you just spent $80 on a bone-in filet mignon. You don't go brush your teeth.
No.
You leave that there for a while.
Because it stays there.
Yeah, you'll
be
savor it.
flossing it out later.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. You'll be picking that sucker out with a toothpick.
Is the other call worth taking? Have you listened to it? I mean, what the hell? Here's the Sports Hub in Boston. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
Let's go to Joe in West Roxbury. Hi, Joe.
What's up, fellas? Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? You guys all right?
Oh, yeah.
Sort of down in the dumps.
Oh, yeah. So, listen, I just want to say this. It's not an excuse, but I'm watching the game last night. I'm laying in bed with my beautiful fiance, and I'm listening to this crowd. This crowd is
I was thinking the same
unbelievable.
thing.
What's her name?
Crowd. Her name's Casey. Shout out Casey. Love you,
Shout
man.
out
How you doing,
Casey.
bro?
So far, not good.
Yeah. But anyways, like I said, I'm laying in bed last night. I'm listening to this crowd, and you can't get any momentum going. You guys are missing shots early. The crowd's screaming air ball after air ball. At one point, I'm turning the TV down. I'm like, this is so loud. And all I'm going to say is this. Anybody who's listening, anybody who's paying attention, if you're going to the game tomorrow, be as loud as Philly was last night.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned that. Oh, freaking environment there. Electric.
Yeah, it was loud.
You're getting credit from the Boston fans for, the Philly fans show out. Like let's.
And when you give them good play,
Yes,
that's what you're going to get.
Yes, it's honest. If you get an honest effort, you're going to get an honest response.
Going behind the back, you kidding me?
I tweeted it last night. There was a point last night where I was like, oh, no. We're going to be back to Voiceless Ray tomorrow with the way I'm screaming.
Oh, you're going
right now.
bananas, huh?
Voice is good.
I got a text on the text line today. I was sitting right in front of you last night. I was like, I'm so sorry for you. I feel
Ray
bad
gets
for you.
recognized everywhere, but people are scared to say something to him.
Why?
It's weird. I don't get it.
How about
I'm the least intimidating guy in the world.
That's so true.
I always tell people that, like on my podcast and stuff, like emails. Oh, I saw you, but I didn't. I always say, if you don't say, I take it as an insult.
Yeah, I'm a little insulted. Yeah, of course. Don't hit me on the text
Say
line.
hello.
Say hi.
Say hi to Ray.
Yeah, please. But I was worried about the fight between Sixers fan in front of me, Celtics fan behind me.
Ooh.
I thought it was breaking out. Two of them were chirping. The Celtics fan was obnoxious.
So you can't go and be obnoxious.
You couldn't
go root for your team.
And that was it. I wasn't turning around yelling at him. I was just countering his cheers every time.
Right, which you do.
Right. I was being a little bit of an, you know what.
I saw
you have a couple in you
on the
a little bit.
I'm sure he did. I saw on and all of our social medias and our YouTube. You got to check it out at 975 The Fanatic. But I think Colin posted last night. There was an overrated chant and a "We Want Boston" chant. Even though they're playing Boston, it's still awesome.
The "We Want Boston" was raucous.
It was loud.
And leaving the arena, too, the "We Want Boston" was fantastic.
That's awesome.
I missed that leaving the arena vibe after a big win.
Let's go to is this Jerry the truck horn driver that I know? Jerry? Jerry!
Hello, Jerry.
Where did he go?
The horn may have
He's not there.
Disconnected the telephone.
I remember Jerry. He got in an accident or something, and he was hurt, and he wasn't on the truck anymore. But he would call me all the time, hitting the horn,
Hitting the air horn,
running people off the road. I'm like, dude, you can't scare people. Go park in a parking lot.
Put that thing in a rest stop already.
Think about it. If you're driving and you have some, because he does it on cue. If I'm like, give me the horn, Jerry, he doesn't know. Like I don't know where he is on the road. Run somebody off the road.
He's he's pulling over from a turning lane. Everybody's like,
Let's go to our buddy Alex in Bethlehem. What's up, Alex?
Yo, what's up, guys? Be safe out there, Jerry. I know he had a bad accident several years ago, man.
He did.
He was telling everybody he almost died. So be safe out there, Trucker Jerry.
What's up, Alex? How are you, buddy?
But no, you guys have been doing a phenomenal job. Both these playoff runs, it's been so much fun. Like Jason, your work on the pregame and postgame, phenomenal.
Thank you.
And can you elaborate on Mishka and the game he played following, being a healthy scratch in Game 5?
Yeah, I thought he just moved his feet way better. He was way more played with pace. That's his thing. You got to play with pace in the playoffs. You get caught standing still, you're dead man. It's so much easier to defend a player not in motion than it is a player in motion. He needs to be in motion, needs to be moving his feet. And when he's attacking the middle, like on that game-winning goal, he just dips to the middle a little bit, and it pulls everybody back, and then he backhand pass along the line to York, and York's now got the time because he backs them off to let the screen set up and fire it home. And those little tiny, refinements of how you attack make all the difference in the world in hockey. They just do.
And interesting. Yeah, I thought he was one of our best players in Game 6.
Yeah, breakaway. He had two good scoring chances with his shot by migrating to the middle. I thought he was really good in the game. I liked the way he took the healthy scratch, learned from it, and came back and was much better. In the first 4 games, he was a detriment. I'll be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to pose a question here, and I'm going to hang up and listen. Jason, what do you think about the lines? Do you think TK stays on that first line? And how do you think the Flyers' defensive system that has worked extremely well, how is that going to match up against the Hurricanes, who they were second in scoring in the NHL?
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
I'll just talk on it real quick. I won't get too far into the weeds here, but the matchup in this game, the immovable force against the immovable object, or whatever that saying is the Carolina loves to attack with possession. The Flyers love to deny the blue line. They're very good in the neutral zone. That is the series is in the neutral zone for me. How Carolina can get through it, because when the Flyers were beating the brakes off the Pens in that first 3 games, Pens couldn't get through it. They didn't make an adjustment to get the dump in or chip and chase. Carolina does not want to chip and chase. They want to carry the puck. And the Flyers are very good, the best team in the playoffs so far at denying players possession carrying through the neutral zone. So that's the series in a nutshell.
All right, coming up, Mark Jackson.
I know that's exactly what you were thinking about last night.
I mean, I was telling you that before.
The 1-2-2 in the neutral zone.
So my thought. We don't have time for this because Mark Jackson's coming up. But I do like the worry I have as a Zamboner is you need somebody to step up and be their best offensive player, and Zegras really didn't. I mean, like I don't know if they have enough offensively to win this next series because without Vladar standing on his head, I mean, they really kind of were struggling to score some goals.
Yeah, they do have advantage in net.
Yep,
Vladar over Freddie Anderson. Although Anderson was great in the first series.
Okay. All right, coming up, Mark Jackson, NBC Sports Philadelphia. He's been with the 76ers doing the pre and post for years. His thoughts on Game 6 last night and his thoughts on Game 7 coming up. Also, he's Ray's partner when he does Temple play-by-play, when Ray does Temple play-by-play on a lot of those games.
Yeah.
That's why people tune in.
He always calls in and says,
how about that?
Right.
By the way, if they win tomorrow night, we've got audio already in on what Ray's going to be like.
The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
All right, Mark Jackson coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Talk about a Game 7. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers won 106-93 last night, forcing a Game 7 in Boston against the Celtics. Tyrese Maxey had 30 in the win in Game 6. Paul George, 23 points. Joel Embiid nearly had a triple-double late in the game. Here's a big Oubre dunk.
Here's Oubre faking a 3, 4 to shoot, drives it, jams it on Luka, and that will seal the deal. 103-89, 90 seconds to go.
That's how it sounded right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And coming up tomorrow night at 7:30, you can hear Game 7 right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. If that's not enough for your Saturday night, Game 1 between the Flyers and the Hurricanes, Saturday at 8 o'clock. You can listen to that on our sister station, WMMR. Phillies won 2 games off of walk-offs yesterday in their doubleheader. They swept the Giants out of town. Now head to Miami. This update is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes, better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Ute. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, we're back. Middays with Marks.
Just you wait and see.
This is a good one. So my 4-year-old, when we started doing this yacht rock
Wait
stuff.
till the drums come in.
Well, it takes a while to get to the sailing part, but it's coming. So my daughter, I have on my Amazon Music, I have separate playlists and stuff, and so every night it's like, Daddy, and she wants to put it on herself, so she'll go on my phone and then she'll go yacht rock, and we have a playlist. She's normally asleep by Toto.
Yeah, by Rosanna.
Yeah. Why she skips over that? She doesn't like
the drums.
Rosanna.
Oh no, here's the chorus. The drums haven't kicked in yet. He's on the second one. Oh, he's so just.
I mean, listen, if nothing, I'm ready to. I mean, this gets you ready for the Sixers game, right? A little Sailing by Christopher Cross.
Oh, I'm fired up.
Soon I will be.
It's definitely not the adrenaline wearing off right now.
I watched him being interviewed by one of my favorite YouTubers, Rick Beato, and he talked about the writing process of this song and how it was basically just like him vomiting the lyrics. Like he had this idea, and the song just came to him in like 10 minutes. It's tremendous.
So you're not a big prediction guy because you're a true hockey guy, but we will not be back. So I mean, having limited knowledge of the Flyers and having very limited knowledge of the rest of the NHL.
Canes.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like that
This
give
is a
them
tough spot.
You give them a competitive series. I mean, Carolina's been there. They haven't gotten over the hump. They're a team that's built to win right now. The Flyers beating the Penguins has made this a successful season.
Already, bar none.
And you build on this now if you're the Flyers, and you remember, and you know what? Like, you learn from the series, and you go out there and you say, hey.
Dead right. You're getting more data of your team in very big games and under stress. You're finding out more about guys in certain situations. It helps you in the future so you can determine what do we need, what is it going to take when we're there and ready. You're still in a rebuild. Like my whole thing on my podcast today was, where are you in this unfinished rebuild? This is not finished. And while you go, oh, we still need a number one center, we still need a number one D. Okay. But I go, well, maybe you wait this summer. There is no true number one center out there to go get. Maybe you go into next year and you go, okay, let's take a look at Nesbitt. Let's take a look at Chenko. Let's take a look at Berglund, who had really good years. And you go, okay, maybe that guy is in-house. We don't need to trade for it. You don't need a McDavid because, look, McDavid's 11 years in. He got bounced in the first round. He made it to 2 Cup finals. He hasn't won. They also had 5 number one overall picks. So you got to wait. Patience is still key.
Yep.
But this is huge that they've gotten to this point because you're going to learn. Like the experience you're giving guys like Martone, Mishkov, Barkey at their age is you can't pay for it.
All right, joining us right now, you've been watching him all
He's
season
one of the
long.
best.
For years now on NBC Sports Philadelphia, the pride of Temple University, Ray Dunn's play-by-play partner. His name is Mark Jackson. He joins us right now. What's up, Mark?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Man, how are you? How surprised are you that the Sixers have been able to turn this series into what it is right now?
You know, I'm not really surprised. And I know people say, oh, that's crap. But, like, I feel as I was the only one walking around the city that was confident in Game 6 win. I really thought we was going to be good in Game 6. Now, what's going to happen in Game 7, I don't know. But I thought we would win Game 6 because I know as a competitor that have been in this league, you can't go out like that. So I knew Joel, Maxey, those guys would come with their A game, and they were going to do their best not to let that game get away from in Philly.
In your opinion, what has changed this series the most? Is it the defense, that the adjustment that was made after the blowout loss? Is the defense changing this series, Mark?
I think the accountability of the defense. You know, I think people say defense, but don't give context. What I mean by that is, I think it was very telling when Nick Nurse and then Maxey both went out there on air and said, like, hey, we didn't leave it out there. Now, as a competitor, to hear your coach and you're pretty much your go-to guy telling you didn't leave it out there, including yourself, that kind of does something to you mentally. So it like ruffles your feathers to make you want to go harder. So yes, it's the defense, but I think it's the way we play D. Much more aggressive, much more assertive, and enforcing their will.
And Mark, when you look at the team now, we really haven't seen this combination of the team a whole heck of a lot this year. And they're all pseudo-healthy right now. Paul George is a guy, there's not a lot of wear and tear because of the suspension. We haven't seen this team. Is Boston a little surprised at what this team is now?
They say timing is everything, and for Boston, it's the worst timing in the world for everyone to be healthy and for Joel Embiid to be on the court playing in his most healthy as he's been in his entire playoff career. And we talking about a guy that just came back from surgery, like less than 3 weeks ago. So, like, Boston is, like, shaking their head, talking about bad timing. That's exactly what it is. But it's very scary to see what this team is capable of when everybody's on the court and healthy and available.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I felt like Embiid, even though he shot 6 of 18, had a great game last night. Especially early. He didn't try to do too much early. He very much went with the flow of the game. And his passing last night was excellent. Shooting 6 of 18, you wouldn't think that it would be maybe the best Joel Embiid game. He was really good last night, Mark.
He really was. And the difference between that game and the previous game is that he was the way he went about breaking Boston's defense. The first game when he was back, he was like when he played, he was very impactful, like aggressiveness on the offensive end. I thought last night he was more of a playmaker. I thought even though he had the same amount of assists, I thought his read of the game was different. I thought he came with a mentality, I know they're coming to double me after what I did last game. So with that being said, let me use that to my advantage to create shots for my teammates. And I thought he put himself in that position, but I thought he was wonderful last night.
What can, Game 7, it can do a lot of things to a player playing in a do-or-die Game 7. Boston was up 3-1, seemingly in total control, Mark. And now all of a sudden, they're back at home. Game 7, the Sixers are showing them different stuff every game. Like, what can happen in a Game 7? Is it anything can happen?
Everybody got to play their best, but the interesting part about playing your best is your best not be ready to come that time. So it's you have to have other options because even though everybody knows what's at stake, everybody might not be functioning on their best. So you need other options to really step up, and that's where depth come in. The ability to be able to create stuff for multiple guys. That's where you got to have all those options. And defensively, it's not just a game within a game. That's a battle too. It's personal one-on-ones. It's more who's going to be the toughest and the most aggressive. Who's going to leave it on the line hustling for the basketball more than the other guy. That's what those things come to.
I mean, the Celtics really, and I don't know if you felt like this as well, but at the end of Game 6, at the end of the game last night, these guys were kind of being like, man, where do we go from here? What do we do? Paul George's defense was great. What they're doing with Jaylen Brown, and he's not getting penetration. He's not able to kick it out. What's the adjustment you expect Boston to try to make to counter what the Sixers have done?
One thing Boston cannot do is they cannot match the size and strength of Joel Embiid, no matter who they bring in the game. They could bring in Vucic, they could bring in Kincade, they could bring whoever they want. But those guys can't match up with Joel physically. I think they might try something different. I truly believe they might try to say, we can't beat them that way. Let's change it up completely. I really expect them to go small majority of games. Small meaning maybe Tatum at the 5 and just putting that forward with White, Pritchard, Brown, and another guard. They haven't tried that this series. I think they might try to do that.
If they do that, the key's going to be rebounding for the Sixers.
Yeah, but with that being said, I think there is 2 reasons why I think they will go small. Because they lead the league in 3-point attempts, so it gives them more options. They can shoot the 3 at a high clip. But then they also rebound the ball from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Because they shoot so many threes, they know where the ball comes in. When you shoot so many threes, the long rebounds go to the guards and go to the bigs. So I think the rebounding just pretty much out. It just doesn't count Joel. And then they're going to say, on the other aspect, let's make Joel work on defense. Let's make him play perimeter defense the whole entire game instead of just little certain sections here and there.
And running the floor to try and tire him out.
There you go. Absolutely. So that's why I think they might attempt to go small.
Great stuff. So, Mark, wait, because now, Flyers are playing Game 1. Sixers are playing Game 7. Where can we find you on Saturday night? Where will you guys be?
We'll still be at the XMA, the arena, because that's where we do all Sixers pre and post. We still be doing pre and post. So make sure you check out the pregame show 30 minutes prior to the game on NBC Sports Philly, as well as after. We still had a post-game show, the best in town. Sixers coverage, we got you.
How excited are you, Mark, about a Boston Sixers Game 7, though? Like, come on, we didn't see this coming.
Talk about history.
Yeah.
Talk about history. Nobody's seen this coming, and Boston definitely didn't see this coming, and Boston's fans. So they're going to bring Rabbit. They're going to bring their best crowd out there, and we have to bring our best game. But one thing I always go back to, one of the biggest trolls in the NBA is Joel Embiid. So when that arena gets going, that arena gets barking, I expect that to make Joel play even more fiery than he always does.
All right, there he is. Ray always gives you credit when you guys work together doing the Temple games. Young Ray Dunn, but we got a special kid here, Ray Dunn.
Yes.
Does a great job.
Ray's a good guy. Ray's a very talented guy, man. I love where he's at.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy.
Mark, enjoy the game.
All right, fellas. Thank you. You too, guys.
All right, Mark Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's Sixers, Boston. Like, Mark grew up in Philadelphia. You know, he knows the history. Like,
I just hope it can live up to what we're building it up to be.
Yeah.
Win or loss, because
I just hope it's a great game.
We've seen last time was a blowout. Was the James Harden game 7? That was a blowout where Harden barely took any shots. Yeah, I'd say that would kill me.
He didn't need a shower after that game.
He just went right to the strip club.
Yes,
he didn't worry about it. But I mean, what Mark said is absolutely right, and that's probably what they want to do. Yeah, you put a bunch of 3-pointers out. Tatum becomes your center, and like you just say, okay, Joel, come out and guard Jason Tatum, or come out and guard this guy, and that's
and keep him away from the rim.
Right. Yep. Yeah, and it is a great point that as far as they know how to offensive rebound on the 3-pointers because that's what they do. So Missoula has been now coached here by Nick Nurse.
That would be. I mean, that's kind of a desperate pull going into the small lineup.
I agree with you because what do the players think of it? Does it reek of desperation?
Vucevic has been awful, and Keita hasn't been much better. He can't score.
It would be the adjustment I made. I'm with Mark on what I think that they would do. Like if I was in that scenario, I would go small.
Yeah,
but it's just like all right, defensively, who's
you have to make them pay on the other end. Yeah, you got to make them pay.
Yeah, you got to trade 3 for 2.
But is that where they start to overuse Embiid because they think the matchup's so good? Then he starts to try to do more.
Well, then I think that's also interior collapsing right there because it's like all right, we got to help Tatum on Embiid.
Right. So I mean, like they got to make a move. There's got to be some kind of adjustment.
They got to do something different.
Yeah. All right. Coming up, we'll finish up YouTube chat recap. We'll try to take some phone calls and some voice memos as well. It's Middays with Marks 97.5.
Philadelphia is
thank God it's
All right, we're back. It is Middays with Marks. Saturday, so check it out. Saturday, because both games are going on, and Ray, if you have TV, you can split the screen. That would be difficult on radio.
Now that's something we should try.
Tim, maybe on Monday we do it. You just put both of them on and do a mix and see what it takes. That's what we have to do. You can't do that.
No, you can't do it.
You can't do that for the whole game. So WMMR will have game 1 for the Flyers. And your team, your town, your 76ers, game 7 live from Boston. Tom McGinnis on the call. Right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. So that's the schedule. So you want to listen to the Flyers, 93.3 WMMR, a sister station. You want to listen to the Sixers. That's right. Right here on The Fanatic. Very, very cool.
Are you kidding me?
Quickly, your prediction on the Flyers since the series starts on Saturday?
I think they lose the first one.
Okay, no, series.
Oh, series, I think they lose at 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And we all felt confident the Penguins series. We thought they're going to win.
No, I went in. I told you I wasn't getting too.
You weren't in.
Built up. I was giving you the. You know what? I'm happy to be here. Whatever happens is icing on the cake.
I'm
Conversation.
All right.
Yeah, and I would love to be more confident, but this is a team that doesn't win championships at the games. So you know.
I don't think they beat. I mean, like again, I have no knowledge on Carolina, and I have limited knowledge on the Flyers, but I'll trust Jason on it. Jason says it's a really tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup. But you go in there, you sting them in game 1.
Well, so here's
overtime 3 times this year.
Here's what I'd say to that is that the Flyers played their best hockey offensively. They played their best hockey when there was no expectations, and they just went into Pittsburgh and they were like, "What do we give a bleep? Let's go." When they
the stretch.
when they went 3-0 when they came back, that's when it's like now you have expectations. Now the pressure's kind of on you because it's 3-0.
Yeah.
Then you lose that first game. Now the pressure's on you.
Yeah.
So I think they go down game 1 and they play with the kind of the looseness that they did early in the Pittsburgh series.
And doing that is a huge factor. And the fact that Carolina swept and haven't played in about a month is an opportunity. Rust versus rest, right?
Yep.
And they're coming in kind of still, coming off that high of winning the Penguin series. Their game hasn't been kind of sitting around because you can't simulate it in practice.
Right.
You can't simulate that intensity. Flyers are closer to it.
Negative Nate.
Opportunity number 1.
Negative Nate has the Flyers in 7. Negative Nate.
He had the Pens in 7 about 2 days ago.
Did he really?
Yeah.
We could run into a mess here, too, by the way, because the Flyers being at home next weekend, and if the Sixers win, they'll be at home next weekend, and Bruce Springsteen's here next Friday.
That's a mess.
It could be at all time. Are the Phillies home next weekend?
Well, John Clark wouldn't be able to cover the games if Springsteen's here. He can't miss a concert.
Well, he won't miss it because they'll be home.
Right.
And they're not going to move. They'll move Florence in the machine, but they ain't moving the boss.
That's true.
The boss will be like, no dice.
I have Carolina in 6. We won't even ask you for your prediction.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. All right. Sixers, game 7, Ray.
Man, you don't come this far just to come this far. They're going up to Boston and win that game.
101-89 Sixers.
Oh.
And I know
112-107 Sixers.
I know people don't want to hear me positive on the Sixers.
Yeah, no, it's a scary thing.
What do you got, Ray?
Give me 116-109.
How about that?
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to sweat this one out.
It's going to be a sweat.
All right, you have a voice memo that's up there on the Davis Honda text line. Go.
This is Kevin from Delco, and I think I need to give an apology to Ray. No, I don't. I don't need to apologize for nothing. Ray, you were a curse and a jinx on this city, specifically South Philly, for a month, right? Now that the calendar's turned to May, and you go to 1 Sixers win, and all of a sudden the jinx is over. All right, hopefully the curse is over, Ray. Hopefully you're now only bringing good luck to South Philly. Hopefully that's going to happen. Because I'm flyered up. I want to win.
Okay.
I'm tired of the Flyers losing. I'm tired of the Sixers losing. I'm tired of the Phillies losing. I want to win again. Teach us, Ray Dunn, how to win again.
I just say, he tweeted at me as soon as I got to the game that we were cursed, the series was over.
Because of you.
They smoked them. So if I get blamed for the losses, I get credit for the wins.
They smoked them and you smoked it. You're smoking
That's
cigarettes.
Right. We got the Celtics pack, baby. Sixers in 7.
All right, YouTube chat recap.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Hit me.
Ray wishes Wawa added in a pack of cigs to the meal deal. Meat from the YouTube chat.
It'd be $20.
A nicotine meal deal?
I think smokes are like $12 a pack.
Are you kidding me?
I haven't been able to fill up my car.
Yeah, well, I filled up my car $74 this morning.
Oh my God! And it's not like you're driving like a triple axle truck.
I'm not getting 4 miles a gallon.
Triaxle.
No, I mean, think about it though. Like I'm able to afford it, right? Like I'm not telling you that I'm rich or anything like that, but I'm able to afford it. The people that can't afford paying an extra
Very real,
$30,
John.
I mean, it
Sometimes
sucks.
it becomes you got to quit your job because it's costing you money to go to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's costing me easy. I have to fill my. I use like a tank and a third every week. So you do the math. I'm spending $100 a week.
If I'm you, I'm negotiating a new contract where you're doing the show from home 4 days a week.
Yeah, I wish.
Because you can. We have the technology.
All right, what's next?
Let me make this crystal clear. If Ray Dunn ever walks in on his date singing All Night Long by Lionel Richie, his date better grab a few extra strength Tylenols. And I don't mean for a headache.
Oh.
Dawood from the chat.
Get out! Get out!
The YouTube chat recap is obsessed with Ray's sex life and being a stud.
And being all night long?
Yeah.
Man,
there's worse things that could happen.
Yeah, there's worse things.
Meanwhile, Mike called me Skippy and insulted me all the time. Here with Ray, a young guy, everybody says he's the sexiest thing ever.
Stallion.
It's the relationship I fostered with these people.
You're a thoroughbred.
I've been in their lives now for how many years? You know?
Oh yeah, for decades.
The YouTube chat. I mean,
we need to turn this around. I need him to be hated. Let's get Ray hated.
You say this, and what you're going to do is you're going to deny that you said this in a week. The same way you said you didn't want me to be happy, and you've denied that since.
But I didn't say that I didn't want you to be happy. I said that I don't need you dating anybody seriously right now.
I can't have Ray being happy. That was the quote. That was direct quote.
But you wouldn't be happy. Do you agree?
But then let me do what I'm doing.
The last thing Ray needs is a girlfriend. Do you agree, Jason?
I agree. You need to concentrate on the job.
Concentrate on the job. Concentrate on being out there and being the maniac that you are. The minute you pick up a girlfriend, oh, well, I didn't feel like going down to the game. You go to every game every night. You get a girlfriend, you won't be doing that.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, you'll be snuggling and never going to the game. I already know you. I already know what you are with a girlfriend. You're a much different Ray.
I would argue I was at a lot of games when I was in a relationship, but we don't have time for that. Next.
All right.
Boston is going to be pissed after Bruins and Celtics lose 2 nights in a row at home. Go Birds from the chat.
Yep. Oh, that'd be something.
That would be insane.
Oh, we will have the tape rolling on the Sports Hub on Monday morning if that's the case. They'd be so upset. Any more?
I met Ray multiple times. As my mom would say, he's a very nice young man. Andy from the chat.
He sure is, Andy in Lambertville.
Yep. But he doesn't need to be happy.
No, he just doesn't need a girlfriend.
No.
Just trust me, Ray.
Just play the field.
Yes, trust me. Just have fun.
Ray, let me just tell you something as a married man of 20 years. Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah,
take that to your yacht.
Not even that, because Ray would get a girlfriend and they would be fighting, and then he would come in like, "What's wrong,
Again,
Ray?"
you assume that I'm going to end up in this horrible relationship.
You will.
You're projecting unhappiness upon me.
It'd be sad,
Well,
Ray.
that wouldn't be bad. We do some therapy on the air.
You know what's
it's not a bad idea.
But then it's sad.
Ray, come sit on the couch.
No, and then he's sad. I don't need sad Ray
moping around.
Yeah, I don't need that.
We need unfiltered is what we need.
Coming up next, we have Bill and
Go
Ricky
Sixers!
Unfiltered.
Play
Go
the
Sixers.
song!
See ya.
Now on 90.